Hello, everyone who is joining us this evening. Thank you for doing so. All right, when we last left off, the group made their way over to the church to investigate the disappearance of the local priest, and they found a cart with 2 drow and a dwarf that seemingly knows Dracus. After a very quick encounter, they grappled said person, tied them up, and they are currently in the field of the church, in the graveyard of the church, and they now have a grappled dwarf. And this is where we're going to be starting. So, hey, Dracus, old buddy, old pal. It's good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you. Can I roll to see if I remember him?
Roll history, yeah. I'm going to make sure you're using your d20 this time, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Use the d20. That would be a 4.
You're drawing a blank. Again, you're kind of like, this is the last face you remember seeing before blacking out and waking up on the ship.
Why are you running from me? What did you do wrong?
Oh, I didn't do anything per se, really. I mean, you kind of looked angry, and I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a full orc standing to your left, and what looks like a tiefling grappling my left leg.
Hey, how you doing?
A little terrified, actually.
Do I recognize him? Would I?
Do any of us recognize
We weren't in
him?
the same spot. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
You would also not recognize him, Alaria.
I'm here too.
So there are 2 dead drow on the ground.
Yeah, I know.
One that is missing 2 ears. There is a cart, and you now have a manacled, or was it manacled or rope?
Both.
Yeah.
Dually chained up and restrained dwarf.
Can I check and see if there's anything in the cart?
By all means, roll investigation.
Cool. 11.
11.
Yeah.
You open the door to the cart,
Okay.
and inside is a very, very pale, white, silvery-haired creature
Yo!
who is currently unconscious.
Oh. Hey guys.
What's your problem?
There's someone in here.
I peek my head in the
I
cart.
start panicking because I think it's dead.
I peek my head.
I'm like, ah!
I peek my head in the cart and I'm like, oh my god, there's a person coming out of this horse. So I look at the person and I touch her face and I use Spare the Dying to stabilize her.
Is she dead or just unconscious?
You cast the spell, and it doesn't take hold.
Ah.
Hey Dan, your voice is beautiful according to Walker.
Hi Walker, I miss you.
Thank you, Walker.
Oh.
Back at it.
Hi Walker, say hi to Triton. I miss him too. Okay.
You cast the spell, and it does
work.
not take hold.
Well, good news. She's not dying.
Is she okay?
And I look at her
Is she
face and I
awake?
check her pulse and I'm like,
I
Roll a
poke
medicine
one of
check.
her hooves. Boop, boop.
don't do
I
that.
just poked him a little bit.
That would be a 9.
9. Breathing
She's breathing.
doesn't seem to be injured in any way, shape, or form.
Can
I
also-
believe, in my professional opinion, that she is sleeping.
Can I also do a medicine check? I'm proficient.
Do you have
in it.
you have proficient medicine?
Yeah.
If you're proficient medicine, go ahead.
Cool. Okay. I just want to make sure she's okay. Another 11.
You also think that, in your professional opinion, that she's probably okay.
Okay, cool. I think she's okay.
I just said that.
Well, I said it too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just back me up.
Who's the girl, dwarf?
I I don't know anything about that.
You were riding the cart though. Were you?
Are you at the cart, or are you talking to the...
I'm shouting over.
Oh.
Where are you at the cart? How far away is it? Like, is it like...
Oh, how, like, would you still be at the cart, like, near the front with the horses?
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Okay, then, yeah, you heard this conversation
Okay.
happening.
Weren't you, like, driving away with this cart?
I'm pretty much just a driver. I don't really know what's going on at this point.
I want to step on him and say, I'm going to jump on him while he's bound.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, don't lie.
So, do you want to roll an insight check or something, or are you just going to call him a liar?
I was going to say, is that intimidating?
I mean, sure, if you want to roll intimidation.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
It's just like a little small.
14.
Ooh.
He is already half pissing himself. And then you jumping on his back, I'm assuming?
I don't know, whoever he's laying.
I imagine that. At
Oh,
this
he
like
point,
over
standing?
top of him.
I'm on
Oh,
top of him
okay.
too, right?
Alright, so between Dracus, like, having him pinned down, and
And then
then
I dogpile on top of him.
Lone comes out of nowhere and just, like, attacks him. Attacks in the figurative sense. Accosts him. There we go.
I pounce him.
She pounces on him. He is very much okay. So they give these creatures like this powdery substance. That's all I know. It knocks them right out. You put it in a drink, it's almost undetectable.
At this point, is it possible that I'm putting like 2 and 2 together with what he just
Even
said?
with your like -2 intelligence modifier, you can put 2 and 2 together.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like put my knee on his neck and just put a little bit of force and go right into his face and say, "Did you do it to all of us or just me?"
A little puddle starts appearing at his nether regions.
Oh my, that dwarf is leaking.
And there's like, as he's looking up at you, and there's like just 2 rows of serrated teeth, black and gold scales, and a huge scar bearing down on him with beady yellow eyes. I'm an unwilling participant. I swear to the gods.
You shouldn't swear to the gods. It's not very good.
Can I roll an investigation to see if I can find any of that powder on his body?
Yeah, go for it.
21.
21. You do find 7 gold and 12 copper.
That's it?
You also find a little pouch of unidentified powder.
Mine now.
Unwilling participant, you say, with all this powder on his person.
At this point, there's been quite a commotion, and the gravedigger who was digging the grave last time comes around to you all and says, "Excuse me, I don't exactly know what is going on right now. You all look very intense and very angry, but the funeral procession is starting to arrive, so if you could please take this inside the church, that would be wonderful." And as you watch, there's like a horse-drawn cart coming, and there's like a whole bunch of people falling behind it.
Oh, pardon us, sir. Scrumptious blessings upon you and your family. Let's go, guys. Let's move it. Move it along. Come on.
As you're walking away, you hear, "What's a groosh?"
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Oh,
No. This
No,
is
no.
like. What's your passive perception?
13.
You would not have heard that.
Oh, that's too bad. I have stories. Okay. It's like we're not doing that.
not right now.
Okay.
What do we do with the man?
Oh, maybe we can all just pile in. How
Just
big is the
cart.
cart?
Yeah.
Well, the cart is big enough at this point to hold a centaur and 2 other creatures, as you saw 2 drow get out of it.
2 drow-sized creatures.
And a driver.
Well, you can
Maybe
probably
2
fit.
drivers,
You'd have to see how many you could fit inside.
Okay, well, can we all just try and fit on the cart and drive it, like maybe...
I want to sit on the top of the cart.
Okay.
Out of the graveyard.
Okay.
Yeah. With Alaria on the top of the cart, with the centaur inside. Who's driving?
I am.
Okay, you're driving.
Yeah, I have.
And then- 2
2
inside. You
Yeah.
guys can make that work.
Okay.
Cool. But I'm kind of like, I'm like not just like freely hanging. Like I'm kind of like up, like
You're-
where they're sitting.
You're
like,
sitting cross-legged, or are you like laying down on top of it?
Yeah, I'll be cross-legged.
Okay.
Are there like, is there something I can hold on to? It's just
Sure. Yeah.
flat.
No.
There's like maybe a little bar or something.
Yeah. Why
Okay,
not?
cool. Okay. Alright, I sit cross-legged, kind of like maybe like a foot behind Dracus. Just
Okay.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Living my life.
Living your best life.
Best
Yep.
life.
That's
All right.
life.
I think we should go somewhere more private with this one.
All right. Where would you like to go? Dracus, the driver.
Drac is the driver. Did we see off the side of the road any like clearings or anything on the way?
I mean, there's a few different farmsteads.
Can we hear him?
Here,
Yeah.
from inside.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What if we went back to where we killed that ogre and drag him in the bush? Then he could cover us. He doesn't have any toes, so it'd be easy for us to, just sneak in there. No one would see us. He's a big ogre.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good plan.
Cool beans.
We'll
All right. So you're heading back to Frostberry Farms.
go to the ogre burial site.
It's more of a drag site, but
The ogre mound. To the ogre mound.
to the ogre mound.
All right.
You're gonna start a corpse pile, are we?
You,
Where you going, Dracus? You going to get the corpses?
Dracus, would you roll me an animal handling check, please? Do you have
Uh-oh.
proficiency with?
Oh,
I have
no.
proficiency with land vehicles.
All right. With add your proficiency bonus if you don't already have it.
Okay.
What a very specific thing to have proficiency with.
I know, right?
Land vehicles?
Dracus is like an action figure from the 80s. Like he's just this giant thing that you could fit in a
21
car.
modified.
Oh yeah, no problem whatsoever. These horses are very well trained, and you get the feeling that they were probably stolen from somewhere with for the pedigree that they have. Don't even flinch that a dragonborn is now like sitting behind them. And you crack the reins and you just hear like the clip clop of the horses' hooves as they make their way down the cobblestone path, and you easily pass by the other cart and the crowd of people without incident.
Meanwhile, in the cart,
In the cart,
I'm sitting with my good friend the dwarf, making sure he doesn't go anywhere, telling him all about Rouge.
Alright.
all right. So he's getting an orc religious lesson.
Yes.
All right.
It was either that or talk about my family.
He is incredibly annoyed after the first hour.
As he should be.
Okay. You guys make it to Frostberry Farms. Not much happens. You arrive at the front door of the farmhouse, and you are greeted by the owner of the farm again. Back so soon? Buying a bottle or something?
Maybe later. We need to use your backyard.
I'm not really interested in letting that happen.
Okay.
Well then. And he closes the door.
To the backyard! I didn't think we were going to ask him. I thought we were just going to go to the ogre burial mound.
Yeah, let's just go there.
Which technically isn't on his property. We drug it off the property.
That's true.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's go there.
So, you guys go around his property, or so you think, and I want all of you to make stealth checks. Now, you guys are inside. You don't.
Oh, we're not
Alaria
being stealthy though.
And Dracus.
Well, but
Okay.
we're on a cart.
Yep. So roll a disadvantage because those things aren't exactly quiet.
So wait, are we... How's this work?
Each of you roll one,
Okay.
and we'll take the lowest roll.
Okay. Oh god. Okay.
Get it, girl.
First natural one of the night.
Get it.
What did you get?
14.
Oh, I got 16. Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
Wow.
Okay.
Went well.
That
Pleasantly
went
surprised.
really well.
No, sorry, also 16.
Okay, even
My
better.
bad.
So,
Cool.
I thought
without
it was-
issue, you guys wait until the production of the wine is happening, and it's very noisy, and as such, he's not able to hear the cart as it mows through his field. And you find yourself at the ogre mound, which is literally just it was a 4-foot ground in the hole with an orc thrown into it, and then 6 feet of dirt piled on top of it.
Oh, they
It's
must
literally just a very large mound that sits atop the earth.
That's pretty good. We just drug them over here. They must have fixed them up real good.
Who covered them with dirt?
Disrespectful. Anyway, now that we're here,
Now what?
are we further interrogating your dwarf?
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are.
Excellent. I have my hand around his shoulder.
So is the white creature in a cage, or is she just in the back?
Okay, so roll an investigation check.
16.
Okay. You give her a pretty solid once over, and you can tell that she is chained around the waist to the floor.
There's a lock.
There is a lock. As you have seen in the past, as you've not seen in the past, she is laying flat on the ground. She is chained around the horse part of the waist, and on the human part of her waist, you see a very large, intricate tattoo around her stomach.
Okay, while they're doing their thing, I'm going to try and pick the lock on the chains.
All right, go ahead. Roll your thieves' tools.
14.
14.
I take the dwarf because I have him with my arm around him because I've been talking to him for an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here you go, Dracus. I've been telling him all about Groomsh and how he is going to go to the plains of Nezrek if he's a good boy. So you can do whatever you want. He's ready to die.
And he's just sitting there. He's just staring straight ahead. He's kind of accepted his fate at this point.
Yep.
Let me know if you need any help.
Okay. So I guess I'm gonna take him and just put him on my shoulder like a sack potato,
Okay.
and then just dump him on the orc mound.
Okay.
How deep would you say, how much dirt is piled over it?
It's
a lot?
literally a mound that's about 6 feet tall.
Okay, so probably a lot of dirt. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go over him and say, first things first, dwarf. Give me your name.
Hamish. My name is Hamish.
Hamish the dwarf.
Who's your employer?
If I tell you that, I'm as good as dead.
If you don't tell him that you're as good as dead, you're not really in a position to argue, are you?
Well, if
roll
you don't tell
persuasion.
me,
We're all
Go ahead,
persuasion.
hold on,
you're
hold on.
gonna die horribly. And if you do tell me, at least I'll hand you into the magister.
Are you going for intimidation or persuasion
Are we
now?
both trying
Well,
to intimidate him at the
I
same
guess the
time?
die horribly is intimidation.
Yeah.
Wait.
But you're also offering him a chance to not die horribly. So would it persuasion?
So, I
or-
mean,
Take your pick.
Roll 2 die.
Well, no.
Persuasion.
'Kay.
They're both the same.
All right. So you were also. So you roll one persuasion.
I
as
was just I was just talking shit. So,
That would be a 9 for
14.
me.
14. That's more than enough. Your question again was?
Who's his employer?
Oh,
Who's your employer?
her name is Zistra. Okay.
Seastra?
Look, I don't know how I got involved with this. I owe it a gambling debt. I'm not even from this town. I was told I had to come here or they would hurt my family. Okay, they're being held prisoner in Harlholm, and once this debt is paid, they'll be released. Harlholm.
Sorry, what was that?
Can you repeat everything you just said? Sorry.
So his name is Hamish.
Got that.
He's from Harlholm.
Okay.
He has a debt that he owes to someone, and this is how he is paying it off.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Who is this Zystra?
She's okay. So we spike the drinks like this. There's me and there's people like me. We spike the drinks. We give a signal to Zystra, and then she takes over from there.
What does she look like?
Yeah, suppose, we were interested in crossing her in the street at some point. Who would we look for?
I don't know. We put one of these coins on the table, and she apparently shows up. Like, I've never seen her in person.
What coin?
Yeah, you have this coin.
You found those coins on him. So you go through your coin pouch, and you see that all the silvers are very different than the silvers you've seen before.
How do you give signal?
I don't know. We get them drunk. We take them, get them set up in one of the rooms. We leave a coin on the nightstand.
There must be somebody else in there watching you do it.
I would imagine there is. I don't know. I get 3 gold for every person, and that pays off the 10,000 debt I owe.
10,000.
Sounds like a really long time you'll be kidnapping people.
It stops my family from getting hurt.
That's what you think.
Intimidating again?
No, I'm not intimidating, I'm just saying.
Are there any specific establishments that you're doing this at the most?
Recently, we've been doing it at Hammermouth's.
In retrospect, we probably shouldn't have left our drunk friend alone, wrapped up as a burrito.
No, it's okay. No points.
Oh, yeah, good
That's
point,
true.
kid. Good point. Hammermouth?
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the shop?
But
does
now
the,
that you think about it, she got drunk really fast.
I thought that was just her.
Not me though.
Yeah, it's almost like your infernal constitution has something to do with it.
Does the barkeep
Weird
know?
bar serves minors. I don't know.
Does the barkeep know that you do this stuff?
No, Rose is too busy running the establishment.
I want to.
Oh, she's gonna
I want
know
to check
now.
and see if he's lying.
Insight check, go for
Yeah.
it. Natural
Oh,
one.
first natural one of the night. Woo.
He's kind of hard to read.
Well, she's gonna know now because I'm gonna tell her I'm not just letting you run some weird slave ring through my friend's bar. That's dishonest.
Oh yeah, you're friends with Rose.
I am. We go back a long ways. My sons used to play together.
I don't have a response to that.
Well, my friend, we've been talking for a very long time, but we haven't talked
No,
about my
you've been
family.
talking a very long time.
It's starting to get a little lippy, okay?
At this
Slow it
point-
down a bit.
You hear like a horse kind of like snort from the cart.
Ah. Oh, that.
And then
I say bless you.
you hear like some very uncomfortable like grunts, and you watch as this centaur has a very difficult time getting out of the cart through the door. Just because she's groggy from whatever was in the drink.
So are my chains like long enough for me to get out of the?
Oh,
I-
you've been,
I-
you've been
oh,
unlocked.
that's
Yeah.
right. I've been unlocked. All right.
So why don't you describe what they see?
What they see?
Lair, yes.
I walk out and I'm stumbling because I'm not completely coherent. I'm a lot more slender and graceful than a normal-looking centaur. I'm not as stocky, and I have a little bit more of a unicorn flair.
Like a Disney Fantasia.
Yeah,
kind of centaur.
like that, Disney Fantasia.
Yeah.
And I'm just confused, but also extremely enraged that I've been held against my will.
Confused but enraged sounds like you'll fit in with us just fine.
Yeah.
So, outside, as you kind of see two of everything until you kind of like, shake it off and like blink a few times, you now see a. Are you still on top of the cart?
Yeah, but like I'm at the I'm at like the back. Okay, I'm assuming where is the cart in relation to the mound?
I would
Like-
imagine fairly close.
Okay, well, let's say like is the back pointing towards the mound?
No.
It's like by the side. Okay, well I want to be on top of the cart, but not
Then
if
be on
it's-
top of the cart.
Yeah, but I want to
Look
be
over the
involved.
side.
All right, cool, sure.
All right. So
Just hanging out.
the first thing you see when you get outside is a very, very large black dragonborn with his neck, with his knee or foot, I can't remember what you said,
Knee.
pressed up against the neck of a dwarf whom you do not recognize. A little tiefling, you still straddling him as well,
Sure.
holding his legs steady, and a full-on orc who's standing like over top of him near his head, looking down, and is spewing religious jargon about her deity.
All right.
The last thing you see, as you kind of like shake your head, is a snake person sitting on top of the cart. And it's a very odd crew that you have currently found yourself with.
Yes.
Hey guys, she's awake.
Look over
Your
and I'm like,
attention is drawn towards the cart.
that horse is alive. See, I told you she was just sleeping.
She's not a horse.
What are you talking about?
You see, she's got a horn on her head.
So she's a horse with a
No.
horn on her
Oh
head.
my god.
I don't understand you, kid. You're talking gibberish.
Oh my goodness. Is anybody else seeing this?
Do you think you're drunk again?
What's going on?
And am I watching this
Yeah.
happen?
You're just like,
All right. So I'm thoroughly annoyed already by the presence of everyone in front of me.
Rightly so.
That's going to be a common theme, I
Yeah.
promise.
And I don't know where I am, so I'm basically like, I have no idea where I am. I have no idea who any of you are, and the only things and only beings that I trust right now are the damn horses.
That's fair.
So I want to talk to the horses.
All right. You watch her walk up to the front,
Uh-huh.
and she starts neighing. And the horses start neighing back. What
I
would you
told
like to say to
I
the
told
horses?
you I told you she was a horse. See, she speaks horse.
what?
What would you like to say to the horses, Blair?
Wait, do I like have to talk like?
Not talk normally to me. If you want to,
Start
for a
neighing
flavor,
and then
but I still need to know what you're saying to the horses.
Anna does not speak horse.
Just neigh at the end of every sentence.
How's it going, Nate?
They're Canadian
Yeah.
horses.
So I'm talking to the horses. You're the horses.
I'm the horses.
All right. All I need to know is, can I trust these people enough to speak with them? Are they my captors or my liberators?
The horse looks at you. The one horse looks at you, and it's just like, "Hi, I'm a horse. I pull the cart."
So much pedigree.
Such elegance.
I thought you said the horses were a pedigree.
Yeah.
They can talk.
I didn't say they were smart.
They can talk, can't they?
That's true.
The second one says, "You were heavy."
Rude. There's no way to talk to a lady.
My apologies. You were not light.
Better. I'll accept that.
You were chained up. Now you're not.
Huh. Well, isn't that something?
That dwarf smells bad. Smells worse now.
That would be pee's pants.
I agree. It smells dreadful over here. Mm-hmm.
Good talk.
Good pep talk. Okay.
They did not roll high on intelligence.
I see that.
Your takeaway from the conversation is that you were in chains,
But
and
now
with
I'm
this
not.
group, now you're not.
But I still don't know. I still don't know, technically, if these were the ones that liberated me.
Roll a history check. So roll a d20,
Okay.
and then pull up your character sheet, and then add your history modifier.
+1.
14 plus 1?
15?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're kind of like working through this conversation with the horses and like the headache that ensues after ingesting the stuff that you have, you seem to remember, for lack of a better term, frolicking through the Feywilds with some friends, and you got this feeling of dread, and like this pattern, this runic pattern tattoo, like appeared on your stomach, around your midriff and belly button area, and you were just kind of like, just as quickly as like, poof, and like you were surrounded by the two very very black-skinned elves, and this one dwarf, and they like drugged you, and that's the last thing you remember. Is like you were being force-fed something, you got really tired, and then out cold.
All right. So, I guess I look around, and because I'm out of the carriage now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking around, and I'm looking at everyone around me, and because what I'm remembering, I'm seeing that no one here, other than the dwarf, has done anything that I can remember of me being scared or being taken or whatever. So none of them are familiar to me at all. So I guess now I don't hate them, but I still don't trust them.
That's fair.
That's
Yes.
perfectly
While you were, like,
reasonable.
Yes.
After you finish talking, I'm like gonna like scoot over and just like watch you at the front of the cart talking to the horses. And once you're done, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you okay? you good? What's up?"
Are you trying to like communicate with me? Or...
Yes. I think so.
Oh right. Okay.
Do you want some? Would you like some rations?
Are we're doing the front thing?
I don't.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know. What do you do when someone just wakes up after being like almost kidnapped?
Oh, I helped.
Yeah, but like what
Good job,
after?
kid.
Pirates?
I offered rations, but she doesn't want it. I don't think. I don't know what to do.
Oh, I get completely frustrated with whatever just happened here. I have no idea.
I scoot away.
It's okay.
I'm gonna press Hamish a little bit more and say, this one looks like it was worth more than 2 gold.
And he kind of like wiggled a little bit. He's like, well, my coin purse is gone, but there was payment for like 3 in there.
Weird.
Just 3. It looks like we just stole Zestra's retirement fund.
Good one, Dracus.
I'm
High five.
not quite
Yes,
sure where you're going
yes.
to retire around here on 7 gold.
Well, maybe not your retirement fund.
I don't have a retirement fund. I'm in debt.
That's fair. I mean, it doesn't look the way things are going. It doesn't look like you're gonna get very far anyway. So I mean, here we are.
Look, if you kill me, they kill my family. I'll be reunited with them.
You will.
Oh,
Stop baiting me, Dan. You will. That's a very good attitude to have. I'm glad you're very positive about that. While this giant dragonborn is standing on your neck. That's a very good attitude to have.
So what are we gonna do about this?
Are you gonna eat him?
Oh, not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
Okay.
What organization does this Zestra belong to?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her. I'm an unwilling participant.
And you know nothing else.
I've heard rumors that they cart them off to the shipyard or the docks. I'm not sure.
Oh, not the
No.
docs again.
How did she recruit you?
She didn't recruit me. My family was kidnapped, and I was told if I want to see them safe, I have to work for them.
Blackmail.
Well, they might
Pretty
already
much.
be dead. I call
You're-
from the
you're-
top of the cart.
You're a hurtful human being.
Well, I'm
whoever
That's
you
what
are.
I was
I'm
saying.
Just like
saying.
staring like straight up at the sky because he can't really like turn his head to
I'm
see
just
you.
staring straight down at him. I'm like, look, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding. But seriously, guys, what do you want to do about him?
Take him to the Magister.
Oh, okay.
If he's
Very generous of you.
if he's given us everything that he knows, then all we can do is take him to the Magister.
Ooh, maybe while we're there, we can get some sort of thingy so we can go on the dock again.
Exactly.
So,
Ah.
what's a magister? Can I ask that?
The Magister is the one who runs the town.
So, like the mayor.
Pretty much.
Anyway, if we're gonna do that, then I can take my friend back in the cot and we can talk some more.
Part of me wishes for a quick death.
Oh, honey, I'm not that nice.
Oh, I help.
Yeah, let's go, kid. Let's sit in the cot. I can teach you some stuff.
What
Alright.
I'm like,
What's your family's name? What's your family name?
Stonecutter.
Hamish Stonecutter?
The only reason you're still alive is because of them. It's the only reason we're taking you back to the Magister.
Well, let's get this over with.
If you can tell us anything about them,
About who?
we'll attempt to liberate them if the opportunity arises. And that's as much as we can do for you.
Well, my wife's name is Deborah. Our little boy's name is Zeke.
And that's it.
He's going to give you a rough description of what they look like. Deborah's got red hair, 5 o'clock shadow. Very sturdily built dwarf woman. And their son Zeke is more slender and would much prefer to be out in the wild than in a city. Got blonde hair and green eyes.
Do I get to take my friend back in the cot?
Oh, you sure do.
Oh, excellent. And I just drag him up right from underneath Dracus's knee, and I'm like, come on, let's go, buddy.
Okay.
Come on, kid, you too.
Yeah.
guys, what are we gonna? And I point at Lair.
And I'm like,
What's going on, guys?
hello.
And I'm just like holding this dwarf, and I'm like, right, the horse. Hello.
Horse. I try to like whisper,
She
but
speaks
I'm, like,
horse.
Really loud.
She looks like a horse. She's a horse.
But I mean, the upper half isn't horse.
Well, whatever.
Like I don't know how these things
The
work.
bottom half of you isn't a snake, but you're still a snake.
Oh, well. Kind of like pause and think about that for a minute. Okay.
When I created Uju, I didn't expect her to be very insightful, but here we are. All right.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
what's your name? I call out.
I think my name is Lair. I don't know if that's my name or my clan name, but it's the name that I'm gonna go by.
Interesting. And I look at Dragus, I'm like, So they were kidnapping her, and they did the same thing that they did to us.
Yes, apparently so.
Wow,
But we woke up on a ship
that's true, we did.
All together,
in separate cells.
but in the same ship.
Yes.
So why wasn't I with you?
That's a good question.
Couldn't tell you. We didn't know how we all came on the ship either.
Mm.
We weren't together when we passed out.
I need to speak to the supervisor in this realm.
In this realm? And I look at Dracus, I'm like, are you the supervisor?
What's a
You know,
supervisor?
maybe in this 20-foot radius.
Yeah, I feel like you're not the leader of this world. I do not get that vibe from you at all.
Well, I wouldn't say this world really has one leader.
There needs to be. All the worlds have leaders.
We have, like, this region has a leader.
People like to fight over whose leader is the leader.
Is there a leader of the leaders here?
Not within this 20-foot radius.
All right.
I mean, the 20-foot radius leader is this guy.
So this guy.
Yeah.
What's this guy's name?
Dracus Cage,
Mm.
at your service.
Excellent.
And a big toothy grin.
Mm-hmm. All right. Can I talk to anyone else?
Well,
Anyone else at all?
well, we are going back to the city so that we can talk to the magistrate. He would be more leaderly than the rest of us, so you could come with us and talk to him.
As you do that, Dracus, as you like test your breath for smell, it smells acrid, as it normally does.
How else would it smell?
April says to roll to find out if you're supervisor.
Excuse me.
Takes an Altoid.
Well, but yeah, we're
As
heading.
this is happening, all of a sudden you guys hear, "Hey, I said you can't be back there! Get out of here!"
No!
No.
Don't hassle us! Give us a minute! Alright, anyway, we're going back to town to see the magistrate.
We
He's
came to
also-
pay our respects to the ogre we slayed earlier.
Yeah.
His toes!
Just having his burial.
Roll deception.
Five.
19.
Just,
Possibly more that don't have it.
you non-humans are so weird.
I
And
start
he
doing
turns
like a
around and walks back.
I start doing like a ritual dance with the toes. I'm like, this isn't weird.
I
He's just
look
like,
at you.
just leave, please, for the love of God, leave.
You know, dude, I don't think anything is weird when you do it.
Thank you, Dracus. Same to you.
I don't think that was a compliment.
Zip it up there on the cot. Nobody asked you.
Aw. A single tear.
I'm very proud of you for only crying one tear this time. You're
Aw.
getting better.
Thanks. And the tear goes away. Just slurp it back up.
Bring it back.
Alright, bring it back.
All right.
So, should I...
What you notice right away is it is cold. Everything around you is like covered in almost a foot of snow. This is an unusual thing for you. You have not seen this before.
So, what is this?
Oh, another one that doesn't know what winter is.
Look, it took me some getting used to.
Udu will explain it nicely.
Yeah, she's
I
good
thought
at it.
horses knew what winter was.
I'm not a horse.
All right, fine, whatever. And I take my bear cloak off and I give it to her. I'm like, here, wear this. It'll keep you warm.
I recoil because it smells bad and it doesn't feel as nice as I would like, but I'm also silently grateful.
All right.
So I wear it.
And that is real bear.
It is
Oh,
of the highest quality real bear you can find.
I cry a little bit on the inside.
So you
Okay,
can
well,
cry on
just
the
fine.
inside.
But
Yeah.
I am freezing cold and I need to wear it, so I continue to wear it.
I mean, I realize that you're mostly horse, but you can sit in the cart with us. It's probably going to be warmer.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on top, so I guess I can't really speak much.
Well, I look around and I see my options and they're all really horrible, so
You look around, you see a 6-foot mound, a bunch of trampled bushes,
An angry human.
An angry human who's turned around and sort of walking away, muttering under his breath, and like a whole bunch of non-trampled bushes with sparse berries in them.
Are they sparse because I took half of them?
They are.
I just take a deep breath and I roll my eyes and I just clamber into the cart.
Let's get
Oh,
paid.
before you guys close the cart doors, I'm gonna like poke my head down and be like, "My name's Ilaria, by the way," and then I pop back up.
Oh yes, my name is.
I realized we didn't introduce the rest of
It's true.
ourselves.
I also didn't ask. 'Cause I didn't care.
That's fair. My name is Oopdoo Bonecracker. Very nice to meet you.
Alright. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. But thank you.
And then I'm gonna start talking to my dwarf friend about religion.
All right. So you guys are making your way back, and where are you guys going now? You want to go to the Magister's place?
Um,
I guess that's the only place to go.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're following this quest line, that's the next place.
well,
We need to get paid.
do you guys
It's true.
do you guys think we should go see Regent Whitegirl first, or just go straight to the Magisters?
Let's go get money.
Is a regent more important than a magister?
I don't think so.
All right. I mean, whatever. I'm good.
Because the Regent comes out and does things with us. The Magister stays inside and sits in the chair.
I feel like then the
So-
regent is more important.
Well, that's not actually how it works. It's the opposite.
Why would someone who's very important not want to be involved with the daily goings on of the tribe?
That's a good question. We should ask him.
I mean, possibly.
As this is going on, you guys hear thud, 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 thud.
Oh my god,
thud.
is it another ogre?
And you look around, and inside Hamish is like slamming his head against the wall, trying to knock himself out instead of listening to this over and over and over again.
You can do that all you want, honey, but I got spells to keep you alive, so.
He just has this look of like utter defeat on his face.
Oh god.
That's my favorite look.
So, where are we heading?
To the Magisters.
All right. You make your way through town. Would you like to stop at the stables and stow the cart and horses, or would you like to just go straight there?
Do they have staff that'll stable the horses while we're there?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're just gonna go straight there with the cart.
Oh, like at the Magisters?
Yeah.
No. It's the stable is like right next to the Magisters.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you head to the stables, and there's a young stable hand working there, and he saw you guys on the way out. So he sees you coming back. He's like, "You didn't steal those horses and cart, did you?"
We liberated them.
Do we look like thieves to you?
At the risk of sounding racist? Yes.
Well, that's not very
Damn.
nice. Does your mother know you talk to people like that?
Well,
Terrible.
it's kind of a learned behavior, so yeah.
It's terrible.
Okay.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, usually.
I throw a gold coin at the kid.
Please allow me to take your stuff, ma'am. No questions asked.
Cool. Good one.
Welcome.
It's a little out of character, but I appreciate it.
See, I told you, she's got lots of money. She can pay for all my stuff.
No.
You owe me. You
All
I
right.
already bought
So-
your cloak.
You stable the horses, and you have Hamish, who is chained and roped up. Is he walking, or are you throwing him over your shoulder?
I think walking
Okay.
should be okay.
So you
Arms bound, but legs free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, it's a very short walk from the stables to the Magister's place. You pass the same row of coniferous trees you saw. On the left, there's a whole bunch of single homes. Look to be some of the nicer upscale homes. And as you get to the grounds, you are once again greeted by some soldiers with large mastiff dogs patrolling the grounds.
Oh, not these again.
Good.
And you are as you make your way past, you make it inside, and it is again very sparse. The Magister seems to be a little frazzled, and he sees you guys come in, and sorry, welcome. Give me a few minutes, and I'll be right with you.
Thank
At-
you.
Yarmund walks over and says, "Is there something I can help you with while you're here?"
Well, did you want to speak to someone in charge?
Oh no, you don't get to put this on my shoulders.
I'm just asking. I'm just
I'm
sitting
just-
here with my friend.
I'm just listening. This guy here, he's in charge, so I'm gonna let him
Supervisor.
do the talking.
Is the regent close by?
The Regent?
Yeah.
No. The Regent is not here right now.
Okay.
You've been in this town before, I think we discussed, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Then you would know that you could probably find him at the Red Wreath, not hideout. What? I can't think of the word right now. But they're the building they have in town.
The group home? No, that's not
The lodge, I guess you
Yeah.
could say.
The Red Wreath?
Red Wreath. From behind you, you hear a voice. It's a very gruff voice, half like Udu's. She took you long enough,
Jeez, don't hassle us.
and you see a half orc with a very large sword over her shoulders. She swings it and puts it in the ground, and she says, "All right, now let's get paid so I can get the hell out of here."
Oh, it's our friend. Hello.
It's Yolanda. Right?
Gracious
Yes.
blessings
Yeah.
upon you, my dear.
How's it going?
Thank you. Well, I've been waiting for quite a while.
We had stuff to do.
Yeah, we ran into some stumbling blocks on the way here.
Yeah. Well, you guys did say you were going to the church and all, so I guess I can't really be too upset. Took you guys a little long. There's one more of you,
There is now.
and she walks over to you and kind of sizes you up. She's like, "No kidding." Well, let's get paid.
Sounds good.
And around this time, Jormundur is just kind of "Hello, sister," and she responds in kind. "Hello, pussy." I see we're having that kind of a day, are we?
Oh, that reminds me of when I used to talk to my family.
Yes, I will go see the Magister, and he takes his leave of you, and he comes back, and Magister Eric Younger is now present. Yes, what can I do for you? He's a very rotund, bald man with nice-ish clothing, not super nice, but the place inside is very sparsely furnished, and you would expect there to be a lot more tapestries and furnishings and servants, but it's very bare inside of all these things. How can I help you?
Well, we were at the church investigating the disappearance of Windspeaker Borst. When
Oh, you okay? Yes, please. Have you learned anything?
not about that specifically, but we came across this dwarf and two elves in the graveyard. This dwarf recognized me and tried to run, and we caught him. We killed his companions, and it turns out that he's partially responsible for most of the kidnappings in the area.
Oh, that is very disconcerting. That is a very good find. Well then, what information do we have?
So far, he's given us a bit of information. He works for an intermediary named Zestra, and they go to local taverns and drug people, leave a signal in their room, and her people come and kidnap them while they're drugged.
This is I cannot have this happen. We will take him, and I will have Jormungandr interrogate him also. I would ask you to find this Zistra.
So he has been somewhat cooperative. He's told us that Zistra has his family, is holding his family for ransom for him to do this work. And so if it's true, I'm sure he's not doing it for personal profit. And
Well,
we would like the chance to see if we can find his family as well.
well, I will have Jormungandr look into this. You all should attempt to further the investigation. Find the Zistra, and if they can corroborate what you have told me so far, I will be more lenient, and perhaps we can put this smuggler's business behind us.
Well, he did mention that he heard a rumor that the people are taken to the shipyards or the docks. So if we were able to get some sort of writ to give us access, that would be very helpful.
Is that why you were seen multiple times outside the docks last night?
Yes, it is.
But you only found out this information today.
Well, we had our suspicions because we were on a ship when we woke up. So it only makes sense that we would be stored somewhere until the time we can be loaded onto the ship.
Well, what you say has some semblance of truth to it. It is, however, not enough of the word of a convicted dwarf, or possibly convicted dwarf, that this is in fact the case. And the shipyard is a very profitable business here. It's our only means. So if I'm to shut down the docks and do a cabin by cabin search, that is going to cost this place a lot of money, and a lot of money we don't have to spare right now. You come back with something a little more solid, and I will absolutely grant you permission into the shipyard and the docks.
Need more enemies.
Understood.
And you hear this voice behind you just go. Also, Frostberry Farms has been dealt with. We would like to be paid for that. And
Oh yeah, I have toes as proof. I take out my ogre toes and I'm like, it was an ogre.
well, I'm glad you brought back some sort of proof as to this creature being killed. Otherwise, I'd have to take you on your word for it, and I'm not willing to do that. So,
Eh?
Frostberry Farms that paid. $72 gold pieces. And so Yolanda snatches the coin purse and divvies it up.
Okay.
And you guys get 36 pieces.
For all of us?
You have to split it between you.
Okay.
So she gets 36, and then we all have to split 36.
If you want to fight about it, we can do that.
No.
I mean, that doesn't really seem fair at all, but I guess that's
I was
your
fighting
call.
that thing for about 5 minutes before you showed up.
Yeah, and you weren't doing too hot.
Okay.
But, I mean, alright, I guess if you think you need that money more than us, you go ahead and take it.
I will. You can try that shit somewhere else. It's not going to fly
I'm not
here.
even trying anything, I'm just being myself.
She takes her 36 and leaves.
Bye.
I don't like that girl very much.
She's pretty tough.
I don't know, kid. If that girl could take Dragus out in a couple swipes, you probably don't want to mouth her off, because all you do is cry when that happens.
Yeah, fair enough.
you up so you don't cry so much. No more.
Thanks.
And I pat her head.
Oh.
Do you guys have any more business with Magister Eric Younger?
I guess I mean only if Blair wants to talk to him. Cause
No. I'm just gonna sit back and watch.
Okay. Well, what would you guys like to do? It's your understanding that
yeah. What's that?
I'm gonna just do grabby hands to whoever has the money.
Are you hungry?
Me too.
Jeez.
So who did they give the bag to?
well,
Yolanda?
Yolanda handed 36 gold to whoever was closest to her, whoever that would have been. I'm assuming it would have been Udu,
All right.
because she was the one talking to her before.
Okay.
Grabby hands.
So get out of here. You've got lots of money, remember?
No, I don't. I had a part in this.
You told me when I freed you, save me, I've got a lot of money,
And then
I'll
I-
pay you. That was
and
the
then
thing
I-
you said.
And then I bought you a
That was
coat
what-
and shoes.
So that's a lot of money to you?
Well, does that mean I'm never gonna get money for going on missions?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe stop being so needy because you're the one with all the money here.
It's called lying.
Don't lie to me.
Okay, well I haven't lied since then. So.
All right, I got $36. So then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. So I mean, I can give everybody $5 except one person gets $6.
So that would be me.
I mean, if you want an extra dollar, you can
didn't
have it.
even do anything.
I want it. I had to partake, I had to follow, I had to listen, I had to smell.
Well, okay, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
You get the 6 gold.
Perfect.
So I give Blair the $6, and then everybody else gets $5.
Maybe you can use it to buy a winter coat that isn't made of bear.
Touche.
Real bear.
Genuine real bear.
Get some synthetic bear.
Yeah. All fancy like. Alright, well, what do we do now? We need more proof to get on the docks. Also, we didn't really finish the church investigation. Because we didn't find where the priest went. We just kind of found a bunch of kidnappers.
Yeah, that's true. Got me sidetracked. What time is it?
Took about 2 hours to get there by foot, and then half an hour to investigate, and then about 20 minutes to get back on horse.
Well, we could just take the cart there, right?
Where?
To the church? Back to the church? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but if it's late, like.
Can we stable it? Can we get it back?
Yeah, you can get it back, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, yeah, if you want to head back to the church, you can head back to the church.
Well, we haven't had a long rest since our last day.
It's not terribly late in the day.
Okay.
Because like you guys woke up, you went pretty well right to Frostberry Farms. You fought, then you went to the church. So let's say it's probably around 1:30 in the afternoon.
Well, that funeral will probably be finished by the time we get back.
That's true.
Think so?
I mean, unless they have, all-day funerals around here.
I don't know how they do funerals
Roll
around here.
a religion check. Or no,
Oh,
you're not
wait.
proficient in religion,
Would
are you?
I know how to do funerals
no.
around here?
You're proficient in religion, right?
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
proficient
Roll.
well.
I'm-
But you know
Yeah,
what?
you don't know the area.
Yeah.
That's a natural 1, Daniel. So that would be a 3.
What's a
I
funeral?
know
You just put people in the ground and say, that's all.
Yeah, we're not big on funerals back home. We kind of just, we like to wrap people up and light them on fire and push them out into the water. Sometimes with fireworks is a thing that happens. The more destruction, the better.
Uh-huh.
Let's do one of your
Sounds-
funerals sometime soon. Those sound fun.
Well, I mean, we could have
Sounds
done
very
that with
fun
the
for
ogre.
the children.
It is. The children love it. They love funerals.
Hmm.
Plus all the free food. Oh, it's a good time. It's a good time. Anytang
I'm
way.
just like getting really excited over here.
She
I'm
wants to go to the
I wanna
funeral
go to
now.
one. I want to go.
Do you not have funerals in your land, or?
Yeah, I like yours a little better. Mine are, yeah.
Does anyone have anything on order at the clothier?
Just
You do.
You do.
Sure do.
So you're
Does,
asking us?
does anybody need anything from town before we leave?
Yeah, actually I do.
Does anybody need to go to the bathroom?
No, just need some.
Because we're not stopping on the way, so if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Perhaps you want to stop and get some supplies, Your Highness.
She's. Is she a
Like a
princess? That's why
non-smelling
she's
jacket?
got the little horn on her head. It's because she's a princess.
Well, I guess we'll have to find that out, won't we? Yeah, that'd be great. Supplies would be great. Thank you.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go see Geoffrey.
Joffrey.
Oh, he might be mad at us though because we didn't find his drugs.
Well,
I mean,
we're not done
you
with
know
that.
what? Like, we could ask him if he knows.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
What was the other guy?
that was for.
Oh right, Jeffrey was the nice man with the bear.
Oh, am I wearing Jeffrey's jacket? Is this Jeffrey's jacket? The bear?
No.
Okay.
Which one was Jeffrey?
Guys. We went to
Jeffrey's the
Stenny's.
shoeman.
We
Oh,
went
the
to
shoeman!
Stenny's for
Right,
the
right.
cloak and the boots.
Jeffrey is the
Jeffrey's-
clothier.
Yeah,
Joffrey.
Jeffrey's the one who's making Dracus's shoes. Okay.
And Stenny was the Stenny guy was the shady guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. It was Stenny's drugs.
I was really hoping she wouldn't do that. Walk into Jeffrey's and be like, "We don't have your drugs,
Sorry,
man."
Let's,
Sorry,
can
man.
anyone hear us while we're talking?
Yeah.
Shut
well,
up, Jam.
Not a casino moment.
No casinos.
No, I imagine this was table talk, not
Mhm.
in-game
Okay,
talk,
alright.
as you're trying to figure out what you're doing.
Whoops.
Okay.
Um,
Alright, let's
Well-
head back to Stenny's and then go across the street and get your boots.
Yeah, Stenny's got all the supplies.
Did he have enough time to make the boots though?
No, it's been a day actually.
didn't he say a day?
No, I thought you said 2 or 3 days. I don't know. You're the one getting them. You didn't write down pickup time?
No.
Okay,
I
well,
thought
let's go
I thought
back.
it was one day.
We could go and ask him then. No harm in go and say hello.
That is true.
Yeah.
A little bit of pressure never hurt anyone.
I mean, okay, sure. We can go that way too, I guess.
What you said?
And there's a blacksmith close to that, isn't there?
Is there? Okay, cool. The microphone can't see you nodding down.
What am I history?
Sure, yeah.
8.
You seem to remember walking past something with a forge. You're not sure if it was a blacksmith or not, though.
Okay. Well, let's go to see Galdrick then.
Sounds
Alright.
like fun.
Yeah.
You guys walk into Stenny's shop, and he's kind of hanging over the counter, chatting up this girl. And then he kind of like sees you. He's like, I'll be right with you guys. Just, well, let me finish up here, and I'll be right over.
What does the girl look like?
Mm-hmm.
She has chestnut hair.
Okay.
She is very svelte.
Okay.
She is wearing just very baggy commoner clothes,
Okay.
and
Is she cute?
kind of prepped for winter. I don't know. Roll a perception check.
Oh no.
In case the audience isn't aware,
Uh,
Ilaria's the bard.
She likes girls.
What am I rolling for?
Perception.
That's a 21.
21.
Woo!
I don't know. Does she look attractive to you?
Hells yeah.
She is attractive to Ilaria.
Oh my gosh.
She has a very large 4-braid, like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yes.
It's PG, like.
Again, I said she's wearing baggy clothes.
Demonetized.
So,
Modify.
Okay. I'm just gonna stare at it.
Alaria is enraptured by
Yeah.
this creature.
I'm like trying
Well
to
then.
slink closer.
I guess we're doing this again, aren't we?
Oh boy.
She smiles and like puts money on the counter, picks up a box of stuff, and then walks out. And then Guldrick walks up behind her and like closes the door and flips the sign so it says closed, locks the door and says, "Okay, what'd you find? Any word?"
As
We're-
you do that, I like go like look and press my face up against the door and be like, "Where's she going?"
You just hear your face like squeak against the glass.
She looks back and sees you with your face pressed against the door.
Okay, it's not like pressed like.
No, you said it was pressed
okay,
against
alright,
the door.
alright, I'm like,
And she's just like mortified
Oh,
and like walks past
It's
her.
just this like smushed snake face, like
I love you. Don't worry.
He just watches like the glass door like heats up and he
Just like hot breath on
and a
it.
hot
You
breath
draw
on it.
like a heart in it.
Oh my gosh.
And then yeah, your snake tongue just like forks out and makes a heart in the glass.
No, that's too
Flirting with
strong.
Alaria.
That's too strong. Actually, that's perfect.
So, what'd you find? Any news? What's good? What's going on? You're new. Hello.
Hi, they found me.
My name is Guldrick.
I thought you were
I'm-
Stenny, sweetie.
No, the place is called Stenny's.
Oh, but your name is Goldrick?
Yeah, I tried renaming this place, but the last owner's name was Stenny. And everybody calls it Stenny's. And I was like, if I'm gonna make any goddamn money here, I might as well just keep the name Stenny, because nobody liked the names I picked. So here we are.
It's harder to
It's-
spell Goldrick than it is to spell Stenny.
Well, what other names did you pick?
It doesn't matter at this point. It's Stenny's, okay? It was very annoying. I've come to terms with it. Every new person asks this question.
Well, you are the master of your own life.
You would think so.
Oh.
It's okay, it's a very smart marketing move to have this in the shorter name. It fits on your sign.
And I didn't have to spend money on a new sign,
See, you're a good
which I did.
you're a good businessman, is all I'm saying.
No, I just gave up. What did you find?
Me.
Aside from this beautiful creature.
Oh goodness. Thank you. Finally, someone who recognizes this.
I'm a slave.
No,
No,
you're not a
honey,
slave
no, you're not
anymore.
No, no. Don't yell that while we're in the street.
We're in the store.
Don't yell that while we're in the store.
Just don't yell it really anymore. You know, so that's in the past. Anyways,
Indeed.
what did we find, guys?
Dogs.
Oh, we haven't actually gotten to the docks yet.
Ah, I
Through
see.
a series of unfortunate events.
We tried.
Yeah,
We could not gain access to the docks.
I got yelled at.
Oh.
It's heavily guarded.
Oh. Yeah, the dogs were out. Yeah. Well,
We
Whoa.
are currently performing other investigations, and we attempted to get permission from the Magister to give us access to the docks under that guise, but
okay. That's
He's
probably not a
not-
bad move. If you're there with an official piece of paper, they can't really turn you down.
however, any tips from you on how to gain unlawful access to the docks might be helpful, just in case.
You know, I might have heard something for like 2 gold. I don't know.
I'll pay the
do I
man.
have gold?
Do you want us to give you gold
In
To-
order to
to
get
give us
your
information to
drugs?
get your stuff?
This is how information works, people.
I'm pretty
Do
sure
not
you
be
just
surprised.
I think, can we have like a group huddle to the side
I'm
for a
pretty
second?
sure you just
Fine,
told
whatever.
Okay,
information.
but no, guys, I have an actual idea.
all right.
I'm a genius. Okay,
I'm gonna head to the back.
'kay.
There's nothing out here to steal.
Thanks. Cool. I know that already.
Bye.
Okay, guys, do you, Lone, you're the one, you like patted that dwarf down for stuff. Do you find that powder in his pocket?
Found some powder.
What if we give it to the dogs? It gets rid of the dog problem.
Well, I need-
Dogs are attached to a man.
Yeah, but they're not attached to him all the time.
I don't hurt dogs.
We're not hurting them. We're just putting them to
No.
sleep for a little bit. They're snoozing. Then they'll wake up and be fine. They're not gonna die. Give them a little bit.
No.
Okay, whatever then. And I start crying a little bit. 'Cause I
And
felt
that's my cue. Apparently the snake didn't get her way. So, 2 gold.
I just throw 2 gold on
Huh.
it.
Some beautiful and small. Wow.
Flattery will get you everything.
I've heard that there may be a way past the shipyard, as into the shipyard that is not the front gate. Now, I've had some dealings with the tribunal in town, and I've seen people come and go, and they maybe found a way underground to get inside.
Underground, like physically digging under the ground, or underground, like criminal underground?
Yes.
All right.
Most
to both.
Yeah.
most towns have what you would call a cistern system,
Uh-huh.
and those tunnels are usually big enough to walk through.
Are they big enough for him to walk through?
Might be a little bit of an issue getting in one, but once he's inside, it shouldn't be a problem.
We'll grease him up and get him down there.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
So how do
He
we,
just kind of like looks at you and just.
I just imagine.
Dragonborn.
I just imagine like
Grease me up, woman.
no, like
Grease me
more
up.
like the greased up deaf guy where he's like, "You can't catch me."
I was thinking more Wooly from The Simpsons.
No, I thought of greased up deaf guy
Okie
first.
dokie.
so how do we find the entrance to this place to get underground? Is there one? Just gotta dig.
Just start.
I'm really I'm like annoyed.
Bless your heart.
She's cute, isn't she?
There's some grates in town that cover up the sewers. I'm sure one of them is the entrance they've been using.
Any general location?
I've seen them over by the Half Moon Inn. Which, you know, is not far from Hammermouth's.
One more question.
I'm all ears.
Lone, can I borrow one of those special coins from you for a minute?
I'm not sure you know about that.
Oh, no, I don't?
She knows that.
Oh, I guess
She
so.
didn't share
You
that.
didn't share that with anyone, eh? No,
I
but...
thought he told
No,
all
yeah.
us about
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and she has
We were
that.
all there, yeah.
Yeah.
A hand track is one weird coin.
Okay. Do you recognize these coins?
Can't say I do. Never seen them before. Now that symbol on them. Not sure. Must be something about them.
Can I check and see if he's telling the truth?
Roll insight.
Uh, 15.
15?
Yeah.
You think he's being pretty on the level, all things considered.
Alright, fair enough.
Do you, I don't suppose you've heard of anybody named Zestra or Zestra?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that name.
Where from? How so?
And he like looks over at the door and he's just kind of like checking out everywhere, and it's like, well, I've heard she works for, and he just kind of like puts his finger up to his mouth.
Works for.
Okay.
She's one of them smugglers, slavers, people.
Oh, the ones who are operating on.
Speak up, son. I can't hear you.
The ones who are operating on Ellis Island. One of those?
Ellis Island?
Yeah. Isn't that what he said?
Are you referring to the stuff like the stuff we did when we were on the boat previously? Like the last campaign?
No, I just have some notes here saying that the Red Wreaths are a group of merchants. Okay,
Mercenaries.
never mind.
Okay.
That was in the past.
Okay.
That's past stuff. The Red Wreaths were formed during the slave rebellion to stamp out the slave trade to Ellis Island.
El Ryland.
Eller Island?
Al Ryland.
El Ryland.
The province you guys are in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
You'll have to pardon him. He's not from around here.
That's okay. You just really confused me.
My
I
memory is still a little bit spotty from
never
Yeah.
heard of this Ellis Island. And as a DM, that scared me. I was like, what? I don't recall this. Did I, like, let something slip?
I apologize for confusing.
It's all good, bud.
I am also confused 90% of the time.
That's why you're in charge. All right.
So she works for.
Speak
What?
up.
What does that mean?
Roll an insight,
I don't.
because
I
you all
can't-
have heard the name before.
Oh my gosh.
Shira.
Insight?
Yes.
18.
You've heard the name said before by Eric Younger, and it's
You think I remember who that is? Eric Younger? Was he one of
he's the
the?
Magister.
Oh yeah.
The person he's referring to, his name is Hush, and his silent agents.
Oh.
With an 18, you're able to piece that together.
And I'm just like, what? I can't hear you.
I think I actually
Speak up.
have that written down. Hold on.
All right. Whatever. If you don't want to tell us, that's fine.
Look, no one says the name, okay? It's you just don't want to do it.
All right. You're the guy in charge here.
I'm really not. I mean, this is my store, but I mean, if I were the one in charge, my stuff wouldn't be held up at the dock. And yes, I know you're working on it, and I'm giving you the space.
Thank
but like
you.
that chick who just left, she took the last of my stock, so I would really appreciate you guys to get on that.
She would never do something like that.
Oh, honey,
She purchased it legitimately.
bless your heart.
She would never do
Oh my
something
goodness.
like that.
This kid, I tell you. All
Look.
right.
Wow.
Maybe do you have like this girl's like name or like contact info?
Yeah, her name is Nunya.
Haha. Very funny. I know
Not
what you're
yet.
gonna say
Nunya
now.
business.
Oh, I got it. That's funny. You're a funny guy.
I really want to slide him one gold coin,
Go for it.
but no.
You start flexing, and I'm gonna get mad because you said you didn't have any money and you
I
cried
didn't
about it.
Fair enough.
All right.
But I'm a pretty lady.
There's lots of pretty ladies in town. This whole town's full of them.
Okay.
Do you have
Start
any other
crying a
business
little
at Stenny's?
Actually, we do.
Okay.
This one needs some warm clothes.
What's wrong with the, and he does air quotes, real bad she's wearing right now?
Well, that belongs to me technically.
Oh, that's right. I sold that to you,
Yeah.
and she paid for it. And like he points at a lot.
Yeah. You know, this is a very average transaction.
Well, I will see what I can do. Is there any preference that you have?
Yes, less carcassy.
Sweetheart, that is not real bad.
What? Are you kidding me right now with this? I made her pay for real bear.
No, you
Yeah.
made her pay for it. He does the air quotes. Real bad.
I don't know
wink.
what that means when you do that. I thought you were being funny.
Can't believe I
He points
It
to
was
Drakus. He's
funny
like,
to me.
he got the real bear. I told you I had one, and you said, well, maybe it doesn't have to be real bad. And then I said, well, then I have two. Haha.
I thought you were being serious. You gave me some real bear.
You're telling me I
It
paid
was.
for not
It
real
was
bear?
real bear.
What?
Wink.
You said it was real bear with your fingers, not the wink.
Well, now I'm doing both. It's real bear. Wink. Good grief.
I am outraged, and
This
I want.
is what I have been putting up with for the last day.
I feel so bad for you.
Thank you.
They have unfortunately been my best patrons lately. So I'll do that for you.
I have a
Technically,
question.
she's been my best patron lately. Points to Ilaria.
And she didn't even get real bear.
She's not ready for her.
she like attempts to finger gun and it just
She's not.
stops.
No, she doesn't. She needs to learn what finger gun. She needs-
Okay, well
she's
you're
not
doing
ready.
it right now.
Okay, I am, but Ilaria isn't. Okay.
Gotcha.
Got to
So,
evolve into
but
finger gun.
she just points at him like step one. Okay.
Gotcha.
Do you have an owl feather and a pearl worth 100 gold pieces that
Oh, that's a tall order, sweetheart.
that you don't want to sell for 100
Oh
gold pieces?
my god!
I can promise you, you're not gonna find anything like that in this town.
Why? I thought you could get things.
Oh, I can definitely get things, but that's gonna be a few days to get something of that value,
Oh,
And-
that's fine.
and he
and
can't
it's
get
gonna
his
be
stuff.
more than 100 gold.
Okay, well, never mind.
And he can't
Because
get
I
it.
have to put in the time to find one and get it shipped here. It's could probably run you about 125.
Plus,
So-
you can't get your
Can't
stock
get
anyway.
happen.
So what's the point?
Plus, my stock is still being held up in the shipyard. No, sorry, at the docks.
Alright.
As for the owl feather, I can easily help you with that one.
Well, I need both of them together. So.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I'll just take the owl feather. How
Okay.
much you want for it?
Is it a real owl?
Yeah, is
feather?
it a real owl feather? Is it a real owl feather?
I guess you'll know when you try to cast the spell.
Well, I can't
puts
cast the spell yet because I don't have
Puts it
my
on the
phone.
counter and he slides it across. He's like, free of charge.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
Can
is
I
it?
tell what color feather it's from?
Roll nature.
I want to see. I want to see if I know. Because if it's a pigeon, I'm gonna be fucking. That's a natural one. I can't tell.
Can I tell?
It looks almost like canary feather. I
So
don't
it's
know.
like a little
Okay.
yellow feather.
No.
Okay.
It's big, it's gray, it's got a black tip,
Can
and
I-
it's very thick feather.
Okay. So
Go
it could be-
ahead.
can I-
If you want to try to roll a nature check for an animal you've never seen, let's do it.
Yeah, maybe I do. Okay.
It's just like a goose feather, like yonk.
I don't.
That's not cocked.
Okay, cool. I mean, it was kind of on its side, but whatever. Let's give me an 8.
Having never seen one, yeah, this looks like what you would expect an owl feather to look like.
Yonk yonk.
I feel like I can maybe be of assistance.
Hey.
Looking at it, you would be like, that's definitely an owl feather.
100% an owl feather, but I wanted to listen to you guys
Oh.
go through the notions for a while.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna head to the back and see if I can find another real bad
Stop doing
reciprocity item for your new friend to wear.
Jeez, these young people.
He like
today.
walks to the back and
I just like look at the feather and then look at Lair and then look at the feather again and then when I look back at Lair again, it's just like with a look of wonder.
You know what feathers are.
How'd you know where this came from?
At the risk of sounding racist, how do you feel about a numna? It's like
Oh,
a
A
numna.
numbnut?
what?
It's the blanket that goes over a horse's
Oh.
back between the saddle
Oh.
and
Is that actually what it's
Yes.
called? I always call them saddle pads.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the actual technical term for it.
I mean, it doesn't really keep me warm. It's only gonna be padding for a saddle, and no one will ever ride me. So,
I'll keep looking.
thank you.
Maybe you'll get a real bear in them.
Maybe something to cover the top half, the human part
Yeah.
at least.
Maybe it's quite smart. You.
I have a question though. If you're not a horse, then what are you?
A centauricorn.
Okay.
I love it. A centauricorn.
Okay. So that's like half of a horse.
No. It's half of a unicorn.
Half of a unicorn.
Yes,
Okay, all
yes,
right.
right.
All right, okay, I'm getting this. I don't want to come across as cruel or rude.
He's gonna come back out from the back.
This one time.
Drakus, don't start with me with that.
He's gonna come out from the back and he's gonna have like a pullover kind of cloak. And he's like, you know, this was kind of like specially made for Captain Kavord, but I guess him and his girlfriend broke up or something. Well, I mean, it was meant for a Goliath, so it should fit you and then most of your back half as well.
Wow, that's almost exactly what I need.
Crazy how that happened, eh?
What? Yes.
Yeah.
Weird.
Shocking.
He's gonna be like, all right, this is gonna cost you. It's a special order that I got stiffed on, and well, I'll tell you what, I'll let it go for 3 silver.
3 silver. All right.
1 gold is 10 silver,
Oh, okay.
so you can make change if you need to.
Yeah, all right. Here's 1 gold.
All right, he's gonna give you 7 silver back.
And then I flip him 1 extra silver just because I'm extra.
Wow.
appreciative.
I like this one. And he takes that and slides it and puts it in his pocket. He's like, okay, is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, you have a short piece of copper wire.
Why do you want everything that's expensive?
It's how is that expensive?
Copper wire's
Copper's
fucking expensive.
insane.
Do you
It's like
have
he's
2
only-
copper?
Oh, alright. You got me there. Do you have it or not?
I'm asking you if you have 2
oh,
copper
like, do
pieces.
I have... Yeah, well...
Go
I have...
visit the blacksmith. He can make you one.
Okay, cool.
It'll be a lot cheaper than me selling you one.
Okay.
And I'm only doing this because you gave me that silver last time, okay?
Okay, cool beans. Okay, ready to head
How
out?
is those
Okay.
things keeping you warm? Got the boots, you got the cloaks, everything's good?
Yeah, I feel great.
Awesome. Another satisfied customer.
Perhaps you should get some adventuring supplies. I mean, that is if you're interested in joining us to bring our captors to justice.
So clearly at this point, I have no idea what he's talking about, and I've never gone to any kind of battle, and I don't know what anything is at all, so I'm nodding like I'm agreeing, but I actually have no idea what to get, like, at all.
Okay. Well, let's start with the basics. You're gonna need an adventuring pack, okay? Now, so far, what have you guys been doing a lot of? Would you say you've been doing some dungeon delving or some like wilderness travel, or
Arguing.
Yeah.
Mostly that.
lots of reading, maybe?
Reese.
We've been doing, fighting.
Yes, you are, sweetie, and I give her some piece of ration.
You know what? Let's just go with an adventure pack. You're gonna need an adventure pack. We'll go
Yeah.
with the explorers pack that comes with a bedroll, comes with some rations. Can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Go to your character.
Go to your character.
You know what? That would be hilarious if she did.
How do I
It'll
know?
be under like proficiencies and other, all the way to the bottom. No, that's too far.
Let me just.
Proficiencies in other languages.
No, actually, I don't think you do.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to be blind by yourself anymore.
Where do I see that?
It would be under.
Centaur.
It would probably be.
No, there was
Oh, it was down there.
proficiencies here, but that's for druid.
But Centaur.
But what does centaur have? Dark vision.
Does Centaur have dark vision?
No.
No.
Okay, so you're gonna need these torches and this thing to light them.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you're gonna pay 4 gold. You're gonna get this adventurer's pack, and it's gonna have most everything you need.
Alright. I guess everyone thinks I should have this, so 4
Strongly
gold is all
recommend.
yours.
Now, you said you're not much of a fighter. Do you plan on, do you have a way to defend yourself in the event you're attacked by bandits on the road?
Yeah, I have my hooves and my horn.
Well, then you should be well versed. However, if you feel like maybe you're not, I got some of these hand crossbows, and they seem to do pretty well at a distance.
Alright. So I have no idea what this is also, and am looking for guidance from everyone else at the group.
Oh,
I think hand crossbows are a great way to go, in my humble opinion.
if you take it, you can shoot people and you don't have to go near them.
Exactly.
Perhaps
Well, yeah, if you want to buy one.
Maybe like a little
quarterstaff.
Would it be like
It's like a long piece of wood
Alright.
that you hold with 2 hands.
Oh, like a baton.
Like this, and I pull out my
But
club.
like a long baton.
Yeah.
You got any long batons?
And not used for dancing, I'm assuming.
I mean, you could
Well,
use it for
maybe.
You could. You
Alright.
can use it for whatever you want.
What are you looking for?
So
Quarterstaff.
yeah, quarterstaff.
You want a piece of wood? I can get you a piece of wood. That's not a problem.
But make it, but make it a nice piece of wood.
That's also
Yeah,
what she
that's
said.
also what she said.
I mean, you know, it was implied.
All right,
you know
I
what?
will find you
Stop
a
now.
nice piece of wood.
Thank you.
Things are getting spicy in here.
It's getting
I
spicy.
tell you.
And what about footwear? Do you need a clothier or do you need a blacksmith to shoot those things?
They're actually
Oh,
called farriers. but-
excuse me.
Oh,
I'm like
God.
wondering why Dracus is so obsessed with footwear.
All
Which
right,
was
so
what I was
for
wondering.
you,
What
Mom,
dragon even
it'll be
wears
1 gold
boots?
for a case of
This
20
one
bolts.
does.
This one.
He
Have
invested
you
a lot in his
You
boots.
seen how cold it is
How
out
many
there?
are in there? 20?
You're a dragon.
Yeah,
You
but
burn
you get
from
20.
within.
you can
And
get
a
dry
light crossbow
scale.
is 25.
This is why you got pollution.
A hand crossbow.
Well,
is really
my-
expensive.
My
You got some
ancestry is
cover?
acidic,
Okay, it's yours.
Okay.
so
Do
I guess
you
could
boo?
say
Yeah.
I
Do you know how to use
corrode
that?
from within?
Ooh, corrode from within.
Point and shoot.
That's pretty much it, darling.
That's excellent.
Oh my gosh, did Lone just get a crossbow?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Good job, kiddo.
Was that my crossbow?
There's more than one.
I have other stuff kind of hanging around.
Oh.
Do you want to sell me that short bow? I can probably make a profit on it.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Just trying to help you guys out is all. So,
Where's my wood?
he like goes in the back and comes out with this. How long of the staff are you looking for?
I think I think like a full side.
Well, how long is a quarterstaff usually?
Like one that Donatello had in the
Like a
Ninja
bow
Turtles.
staff? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking about what, 4 to 5 feet in length.
Yes.
Okay. She comes out with this like, comes out with this 4 to 5 foot length staff, and
With
on
purple
one end,
wrapping on
it's
it.
Purple wraps.
it's got like a knurled, almost like carved into it. It's like a knurled tree head.
Okay.
This one should do you pretty well. It's gonna run you about 6 gold. It's fairly lightweight. It's not gonna take up too much. I mean, I guess you're not really worried about carrying weight though, being a horse. Centaur, my appallant, unicorns.
Centaura corn.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you.
So, this will work for whatever you need it for. It'll be very useful for splitting skulls and or, you know, just making signals or whatever you tend to use the bow staff for.
And how much is it?
What did I say, 4 gold?
6.
6 gold? 6 gold,
Oh
sure.
no, I thought I heard 4. Pretty
Yeah,
sure I
me
heard
too.
4.
I was wondering if after all of the things I've bought from you today, if maybe we can come to a different
Roll persuasion.
this one.
Is that, yeah, plus 1.
So 6?
Yeah.
6.
I'll tell you what, sweetheart. I will let that go for 4.
That's more than fair, so I give you 4. Here's 4.
Awesome.
Well then,
Thank you.
hopefully you're now adequately stocked and maybe able to go get my merchandise. No rush.
What rush?
There's some people in town who are going to stop feeling a little jittery if I don't get my hands on that dough. We got that going for us? Yeah, cool. Well then. Is there anything else?
I'm good.
Alright, well, if you'll excuse me, I have an illegitimate and legitimate business to start running again. And he walks over to the door, flips the sign, and locks it.
Do people know what you're doing when you do that? You do that all the Or do they just think you went for lunch?
I mean, everyone knows everyone here.
Eh.
Like, they know if I'm not here, they can come to the house and knock on the door, and I'll come on down and open up shop.
Fair enough. Are we going to get you shoes, Dracus?
Oh,
Yeah, let's go get my
Reagan
shoes.
shoes.
All right, so you're heading to Jeffries.
Joffrey.
Okay, you head over to Jeffries and get inside, and he's not behind the counter.
Oh no! Your shoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna like just browse around and see if the shoes I ordered are out anywhere.
As you're looking around,
Sorry. No.
just wait.
I'll wait.
As you're looking around, you do not see anything that would fit you.
Because it's a dragon.
So no one's in the store right
Did I
now.
wear
There is
boots?
no one in the store right
To
now.
be fair, they're more like socks.
I can
Can
protect
I
my
do a
feet.
perception check to see
Your
if
feet
it
are
looks like
protection.
somebody maybe just stepped out for a quick sec, or
Roll a perception check, sure.
They are rather dashing.
Seen better feet.
12?
Well, they'll look better with
12?
boots on.
You don't know. You can't really tell.
Is there like a bell or something on the counter?
You head over to the counter. There's no bell or anything. And then 30 seconds goes by, and yes. Oh, it's you guys.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
What can I do for you?
you look a little out of breath there.
Well, I heard the alarm and I made my way out.
The alarm.
Alarm. What are you talking about?
Didn't hear an alarm.
Yeah.
Well, and he like points to the door, and you can see that there's a silver wire just on the ground. He
Is
says,
that for all
Check
your
the silver
customers?
no, it's like on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And he says, well, if anybody comes through there, I get a bing that says there's somebody entering the store.
Oh,
And I was in the back, and I came as fast as I could.
It's only if you step on it,
As when you
or you
pass the threshold.
Okay, cool.
I just imagined Ilaria doing
Just
like
like
a
trying-
ding, 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 like stepping on it.
And I thought it was only just stepping on it, so I was like, just step over it.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you said 1 or 2 days for the boots.
I said 3, so there's 2 days left.
And I'm just so annoyed. Because now I don't even get to see these boots.
They're pretty cool boots, I think they're gonna be. I don't know what they look like yet.
I am
but
putting my heart and soul into them. When you get them, you will have a little piece of Jeffrey.
Gee,
Ooh.
Not literally, I hope.
Oh, man.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Do you need any clothes, any extra clothes in here? Layer?
Oh, you're talking to me
Yes.
with that tone. Oh, that's cute. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I think we need to get you some armor, don't we?
What is your obsession with me?
Well, I mean,
It's the same thing with the boots.
you have to be able to hold your own. We
Gotta
can't
be
be
suited
protecting
up.
you the entire time.
Says the giant dragonborn.
fair enough.
Who needs boots?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're just doing it for you, I mean, I guess I can take your advice, so I'm not as useless as you think I am.
As you should.
Oh my god.
And I take my hoof and I boop the nose.
With your
Roll
Roll to boot.
acrobatics. Because he's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, but if
so.
you stood up, I stood up as
Oh,
I
you're
reared.
okay.
I
You
didn't use
reared.
my hand.
Okay,
I reared
okay.
up and I used my
I thought
hoof.
you were just kind of like.
Just like
No, if you reared, then
I
yeah.
reared and
Okay.
took my hoof and booped him on the nose.
Gotcha.
surprisingly soft hoof.
Why are you so obsessed with feet right now?
What's going on?
This is the foot of royalty, dear.
Oh, yes, my mistake, Your Highness.
Soft hooves are what I am about.
Jeffrey's just kind of like. Every time you guys just get more odd.
I don't see what the problem is. Want to see the toes I found?
Okay, guys, I think it's time
What?
to go.
I found them. They were on a foot.
It's usually where toes are kept.
Well, maybe
Yes.
you can make earrings out of them.
Oh, that's a good idea. We'll talk about
Pass.
that later.
No,
Fine,
just pass.
I'll get someone cool to make me my toe earrings.
By all means, find anybody else.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
So, what would you guys like to do?
What
Is there
time
more
is it?
shopping you would like to do?
No, aren't we doing
Blacksmith.
armor? No, we're doing armor for
Yeah.
me? Is that here or the blacksmith?
Blacksmith.
Okay. Blacksmith it is.
It's probably going to be around 3 in the afternoon, to answer your question.
I always need to know what time it is. Can't go to bed. That's a good time.
Okay. So you're heading over to the blacksmith's?
Yeah.
All right. You make your way over to the forge, and there is a roaring fire in the forge. Of all the places you've seen so far, this is the only one that is not covered with snow. And as soon as like snow hits the top of it, it just evaporates. Looking inside, there is a male human who is wearing nothing but a blacksmith apron and leather pants.
Ooh.
Not that kind.
Okay. You ruined Doofy's day.
You guys are so sexually charged. I don't get it.
Thirsty.
Look,
Don't worry about it.
Y'all-
I'm a
y'all
lonely
are
old
thirsty.
orc, okay? My husband's
Um,
dead.
Your third husband?
Yes.
Did you kill him?
No, he got eaten by a bear.
Anyways,
Yeah.
the
We
forge
talked about
is
this.
very, very large flames inside of it, and the man is sitting there, very chiseled body, rippling abs, you name it. Like he is very well versed, and you just hear constant like tang, tang, tang. Doesn't even notice you guys come in.
I look at him with disgust.
It's like Momoa. That's all
Jason.
I'm picturing.
Sure,
Alright.
he looks like Jason Momoa.
Oh, that's
Mm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm liking this blacksmith. What's his
I
name?
look at him with less disgust.
Mason
Anyways, he
Jamoa.
doesn't.
Ah.
He doesn't hear you, and he's just pounding away with a hammer and anvil. Just clang, clang, clang.
Excuse me, sir. Sir. Okay, and then I poke Wuju and I'm like, do your thing.
Excuse me, sir.
And you hear clang, clang. Ah, what?
We want to buy stuff.
God.
Get those chiseled abs over here. We want to buy some stuff.
And he like, as he's walking away from the forge, he like pulls the scrunchie out of his hair, and you watch as like this shoulder length
Oh my
hair
god.
just kind of like falls over his shoulders and kind of in front of his face, and he just does one of these and like flicks his head, and he's like, "What? What can I get for you?"
First of all, stop that. And hold up a finger. And second, and then I point at Wuju.
We're interested in buying some armor for our friend here.
Hello. You.
Hello. What kind of armor can I get you?
So I guess I have to go over here and talk to the other people that know what kind of armor I need, because I have no idea. So help.
Well, you look pretty sturdy. I think some
Yeah.
hide armor should serve you well.
Hide armor. Okay, that's a thing. That's a thing?
Mhm.
Alright,
Wow.
that's a thing.
How much are you willing to spend? Let's start there. I've got hide armor, I've got leather armor, I've got padded armor, I've got studded leather.
So leather's gonna be the most, right?
Well, hide is medium armor, right?
Hide is a medium armor that is made from animal hides.
Oh, more carcasses. I can't. It can't be that.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's what leather armor's made out of.
But isn't there anything else that's non-animal?
I have metal armors.
Can't wear metal, right? So I guess I am going to wear brethren. Okay. So what do I do?
Alright.
What do I
So then you have a choice between hide armor, leather armor, padded armor.
Padded.
Hide armor will provide the most protection.
Will it? That's the best one? Then hide armor. Sure.
Okay, that'll be 10 gold pieces.
Alright. I guess I don't have a choice, so I throw you 10 gold pieces.
He's like, all right. And he like comes over and like takes some measurement. He's like, so like, are you gonna need some armor for the back half?
Oh, this wasn't for all of it?
No, this is pretty much. Most of this isn't gonna fit you. Like the stuff from the torso up will be fine, but the leg stuff, no.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you didn't agree on that before you agreed on the price. You told her the price, and you didn't specify how much armor she was getting.
It's
You
true.
just said armor.
I sell complete pieces.
And then you quoted her a complete piece, did you not?
Which is what this is, and he like brings over the leather armor, as it would be normally. So
Just saying, you
what
quoted-
you can and cannot use is not my problem.
Just saying.
This is
Bad,
this is
isn't
what
it?
you get for the 10 gold.
Can I charm or something?
What would you like to do?
I would like to convince you to make one that'll actually fit me. Because you knew the size of my body when you were looking at me and giving me the price. And you know,
Just
didn't,
saying, it's
you
true.
didn't tell me. So,
You have eyes.
yeah.
How are you going to persuade him to do so? Just like straight persuasion roll? Are you going to use a magic spell or what?
Can I do, okay.
You can try to roll and just persuade him and then hope the dice help you out, or you could cast a spell. It's up to you.
But if the spell doesn't work,
Yeah, the
he's
spell
gonna
may or may
know.
not work. It's not guaranteed.
Okay, let's do roll for persuasion, I guess.
You're gonna grab a d20.
So you have to roll persuasion.
Okay, I have to go back over here, right?
Yeah. Character sheet.
19 plus 5. Or no.
Plus 1.
No, plus, so 20.
All right, that seems fair. My God,
Oh, excellent. That's good.
with a natural one.
Eat it.
Thank you. I'm glad that you can see my side to this.
Yes. Well, I might have some horse armor in the back. Give me a minute.
Thank you.
And he's gonna head to the back, and he's gonna find some like non-metal horse armor.
Cool.
And so you have your back half is now armored as well. it's
Excellent.
literally just kind of like looks like saddlebags
Yeah.
and like all that stuff. So you now have a reason for your increased carrying weight.
Right on. Okay, good.
All right.
Thank you.
Nice.
Name's Orid. This is my forge. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, no way. I need
Nice
a
to
sharp
meet you.
piece of copper wire. Sorry.
Do you have 2 copper pieces?
I actually don't. I don't know why I said earlier that I did.
What do you have?
I
Do
have-
you have a silver?
I have a gold piece. Can you break that down? Break it down.
What do I look?
I
God.
hand,
Does anybody
I
have some
hand
silver?
him a silver piece. Can you break that down?
And he like, yeah, and he like goes into his own pocket and pulls out a bunch of copper, hands you 5.
Thanks.
That's mine.
Hands you 5. Sorry, Uvdu. And then he takes the 2 copper and like heads over to the forge and like pulls out this. Well, you don't know what it is. It's just an item.
It's a thing.
It's an item. You have no idea what it is. Kind of like smelts it down and like has like a cast and just pours it, throws it in the water and hands it to you. It says 1 copper wire.
How
Please
long
tell
is
me.
it?
Please tell me she touches it without thinking.
Well, it's
I-
been through the water, so
Okay.
Well, is it? How long is it?
it's sufficient length.
It needs to be short.
It's sufficient
Oh my
length.
God.
I
The
take.
spell says short copper, Dan, not long copper.
It doesn't say
Sufficient
sufficient.
I
copper.
said it's sufficient.
God.
Okay?
It says
End of
short.
discussion. It is sufficient for what you needed.
Alright, I take it and I put it in my pocket.
It's just like hang.
I'm like,
And-
thank you.
And so he kind of like looks at you and kind of looks you up and down and is like,
I look him up and down,
are
but
you a
not.
wizard of some sort?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I know I'm not, but I just wanted
Then
to
why
say
do
that.
you need that?
Because I want it.
She likes shiny things.
Exactly.
Well then, is there anything else you can get from my forge? No? Yes? Awesome. See you later.
See ya, handsome.
Is there another forge in town?
Oh my god.
And he's like putting his hair back up into like a ponytail at the back. He's like, nope, only one. Tang, tang, tang.
What a shame! I yell.
He was
Nah.
he was nice.
I storm out.
Doesn't care. Walks back and starts working.
All right. So we've got armor and gear and stuff. But we need to discuss our next plan of action because we spoke to the dude and he told us that we could go underground in the sewer. But are we going to do the underground route or are we going to do the legitimate route?
Or are we gonna go back to the church?
Or are we going to go back to the church?
What if we just find the grates for now? Because we're here already. And like, that way we're not storming and blind again.
Well,
Can you speak up?
That way we're not storming and blind again.
Gotcha.
well, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just thinking like we have 3 options right now, so we kind of got to figure a plan of attack. Like, are we gonna go to the docks with like the writ and have the backup from the government, or are we gonna try to do this underground and be creepy about it because only one of us is sneaky, and and then we're in the middle of looking up things for that priest, so we've got a lot of stuff going on.
Well, I think if we were to break into the shipyard, it would most likely be best at night.
Also, if we break into the shipyard, again, we only have one creepy person. The rest of us are not sneaky.
I mean, I'm kind of okay at being creepy.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not wrong.
So we've got
At being sneaky?
2 sneaky people and 3 giant people.
I'm pretty good
So-
at talking my way out of some situations.
Are you?
Apparently, according to my
You're pretty good at
proficiency.
talking your way into situations, actually.
That is more accurate.
Alright.
That is more accurate. So, but we also had
Piece shapes.
we also had the priest thing we were doing. So, like, are we gonna finish that? Is that gonna take us anywhere?
I mean, after talking to Galdrick, it seems like he's on a bit of a time crunch, and I feel like that priest might not have as much of a crunch.
Well, he is dead
Maybe.
or kidnapped. I
well-
don't remember.
He's been gone for 10 days.
Yeah, so probably
He's
dead.
probably dead at this point, so like, I mean, we'll still look for him.
I just think sneaking into the docks would probably be a bad idea. But I'm also
Well-
coming at that from not being a particularly sneaky character who likes to yell a lot.
What if
It's just especially during the day. I mean, most of these things are done at night, so a bunch of people sneaking into a sewer grate in the middle of the day might be attracting unwanted attention.
It's true.
Alright, fair enough.
It's true. It's true.
So what do you guys want to do?
That's a good question. What would you guys like to do?
Should we just find which grade it is? Somehow?
But then what do we do after that?
Yeah.
And then we can go to the church. That way we
So
don't.
we find a grate for like no reason.
Well, if we're
or-
gonna go into it later.
That's,
Well,
you know, whatever you guys want to do. I'm just tagging
hanging out.
along with now all this armor.
Well, how long do you guys remember how long it took for us to get back here from the church in the cart?
I think it was
Couple
20
hours?
No, it was 20 minutes. Because going there it was like an hour or 2
Okay.
because we're on foot.
Right, right.
But coming back was a little faster.
Well, if we go there for a while and then we come back a bit later,
Church.
go to the church and then come back and then,
Kill some time in the church.
yeah.
Okay.
And you never know. We might figure out something that convinces the magister to let us into the docks while we're there.
That's fair. That's fair. I can get behind that logic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I agree.
To the church.
So you guys are gonna hop on the horses and cart?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna take you another 20 minutes to get to the church or so. And you get to the church, you're met with a very familiar wrought iron fence. It's been quite a few hours, and the funeral procession seems to have left. Where would you like to go from here?
Can we look at the church again?
You go inside the church.
I want to like actually look at it.
Oh, well, I mean, sure, but the interior's been changed since you guys left.
Oh, right, because there was that.
There was a funeral.
Yeah, there was a
Did they
funeral.
clean up the blood on the wall?
The whole thing was indeed cleaned up.
Nice. Okay.
The
So
pews
Oliver,
were rearranged so they're in normal position. For what it's worth.
so all of our clues are gone.
The pews are all in order. Everything seems to be in good working order. That empty grave has now been covered over. And the two dead bodies are no longer in the courtyard.
Okay. We
what
are
were
here.
Those are these stairs going down? Sorry, like by the
These ones?
yeah. Are those
Did it
stairs?
turn?
I thought they were stairs.
Maybe a little bit.
Because it's supposed to fit perfectly into those.
It's not fit.
I like
Well,
how
it
we just took off and left more work for the gravedigger.
It's okay. It's his
Oh,
job.
jeez, he's drow.
He's used to it.
Alright, so you guys are at the church. What would you like to do?
I think we should look for that gravedigger.
Yeah, we can look for him.
Because, I mean, he's the only one who was around.
Okay, so you wander on the grounds. Roll perception.
All of us, or just one?
Whoever's looking for the gravedigger.
Like everyone who's looking for the gravedigger.
Well, two
like,
people, if like you can only roll at advantage. So
Okay.
I got a natural 20.
Found him.
That was the first
all right. So
one.
as you're looking through the the courtyard, you look through one of the windows and you see him inside the small little box at the end of the graveyard there.
Is it down here?
Yep. Get close to it. It's got a window. It's got a door.
It's like
I wanna
Willy shit.
look in the window, but sneaky.
Roll stealth.
15.
15?
Wait, no, I can't count. 16.
16. Okay, so you wander up to the door and window, and you kind of like peek inside, and his back is to the window, and he seems to be making himself some food.
Guys, he's in here. And I kind of whisper, are they all with me?
Are we all?
I don't
You
know.
guys are all looking around, so I don't know.
Where are
Maybe you can
guys?
use that new spell you just have the ability to do.
Animal
Trying to
friendship?
figure out why the camera's
No,
haunted.
you're right. Okay, cool.
What's that?
So I'm busy trying to figure out why the camera's haunted.
Well, what's up?
It
Camera.
keeps glitching all funny.
It's what?
It's glitchy. Is it like not plugged all the way in?
It should be. Yeah, it's plugged
Weird.
in.
We cursed it with our bad playing.
Oh well. Anyways,
Okay,
You're
where
gonna do
is
magic?
where is everybody?
I don't know.
everybody's searching the grounds.
Well, actually, no. If it's the same day, then
You didn't prepare that spell?
well, no. Like I don't need to prepare it, but I would have used my spell slots.
Which spell are you trying to use?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at
The
cantrip.
cantrip?
Woo! Okay, never mind. Alright. Where is everybody from where I am?
Within 120 feet.
Okay, cool. I can only point it at one person though.
Yep.
I'm gonna point at Udu.
Doo-doo.
Be like, hey Udu.
Okay.
What?
I'm
So
pointing at you.
she, you take the wire in your hand and you like wrap it around your hand, and as you're pointing, you're speaking into your hand. And you're just kind of like, and you hear this in your head.
Okay.
So what are you saying to it?
Hey Udu, I found the gravedigger over here.
You hear this voice in your head, and it's definitely Ilaria.
Oh, I'm like, Luthic? Oh no, it's just the kid.
I'm
What?
by where we caught the guy in the carriage and found him. Just come on over here,
I walk over.
please. Cool. That was pretty cool. Hey, I say as she like walks up to me. Like, that's what I needed this piece of wire for.
Oh, good. I'm so glad that we've established that.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you? What
He's
do you
in
want?
there, and I point at this shed.
I walk up to the shed and I knock on the door.
Oh, I'm gonna.
And a man you've seen before answers the door, and yes, hello.
Pardon me, sir. I have a question.
By all means.
We are currently looking for the priest who disappeared recently,
Okay.
within the last 10 days. I don't suppose you've maybe seen or heard something, or might have some leads as to where a person might look to see if we can find him.
It's been 10 days. We just assumed that he's gone, not coming back. So, I had a few of the patrons from the funeral. We reset the sanctuary and cleaned everything up. And thanks for those dead bodies, by the way. That was really helpful.
We're just here to help
Toss him a gold
with the
coin.
economy.
If you ever need any more bodies hidden, you know where to come. And he pockets the gold.
Oh,
Good to know.
Hidden.
What's your name, friend?
My name is...
Damby.
What's that?
Dampy.
I'm just kidding.
You can call me Terrence.
Terrence. I want one.
Terrence? Is his name?
You can call me Terrence.
All right, Terrence. Well, I mean, is there, everybody is assuming the priest just left, but, like, did you know the guy? Did he have any places that he would go?
I mean,
Was he, like, strictly churchy? Did he have some sketchy stuff, places he would go?
he kind of lived at the church here.
And then you just figure he just walked away one day, or what?
I mean, it's not a very big congregation. There's not a lot of money involved.
That's fair.
You have to really love what you do if you want to live a life of poverty.
You're telling me. So, like... Yes?
When you're done.
Are you asking me
I'm
a
like,
question or him?
no, I'm like tugging on Umdush. Like,
And I'm like, what?
I need to ask a question.
Then ask him.
Okay. So he's been gone for 10 days, right? So you didn't think it was weird that there's like blood in the church and that it's all in disarray and all that? You just kind of were like, okay, that's cool.
He's a grave digger, not a janitor.
But he never goes inside there ever?
Not usually.
Huh. There haven't been anybody else going inside there recently?
I mean, people come and go to the church all the time. It's a church. It's open to everybody.
And nobody has been like, oh hey, there's blood in here. It's a little in disarray.
Yeah.
It's a little sketchy.
It absolutely is. That's
Well,
why I
I-
didn't go in there.
I mean,
He's gone. I'm not gone either.
I mean, in my church,
Alright.
there was always blood all over, but that was a different thing.
Yeah, I think that's
so.
a different kind of religious gathering.
Yeah. We did have some. We're not as fancy as this church with walls and a ceiling or anything. But anyway, well, thank you for your time. We might be back later asking you some questions.
Please don't. And
We'll do our best not to.
and he closes the door and goes back to his food.
Alright,
That was a bust.
little
What
bit.
now?
Maybe we can sneak around inside the church and find something.
Yeah. Were there stairs going down in the church?
You've been inside the church. You saw the stairs leading down,
I
yes.
wonder what's down there.
Wanna go down there?
Yeah.
Alright, we go down there.
Cool.
All right, you head inside the church and you come up to the dual downward staircase. You get to the bottom of it and there's one door and it is locked.
I think the kid will be able to unlock this.
Okay, let's go find Lone. Hey,
I-
Lone! I go upstairs and I shout for Lone.
Hey, kid!
I was behind you the whole time.
Ah!
Ah!
So are we all together now?
It's up to
or-
you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm done solving the haunted camera issue.
From
Hooray!
the second camera.
You got rid of the camera ghost.
Yeah, there's too much power pulling on your USB thing.
Lovely.
So, anyway, what do you want me to unlock?
There's a door at
This
the bottom
door.
of the stairs.
Find it or open it, please.
10.
10 is just what you needed. Yeah. She spends a minute at it, and after about a minute and her trying a few different things, just and door is now unlocked.
Good job, kid. And they give her a piece of rations.
Go inside the now unlocked door.
Okay.
What do I see?
You walk into the room,
Okay.
and you find it's literally just like a bedroom.
Just like, how big is it?
It's about, I don't know, 20 foot squared. It's not a huge room. There's a bed, there's a dresser, there's a bookshelf, there's a prayer mat, there's a desk.
Guys, I think it's just a bedroom.
Wow, these priests get beds. That's really nice.
It's kind of small. Why is there like a locked door down here though?
Hey, kid. I'll give you more rations if you look around the room, see if you can find anything useful.
Yeah, I want to like look around and see if I can see.
Are you like, just like scanning, or are you gonna like search everything? Like, what are you doing?
I want to take everything in and see like. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna look at everything.
So you're just gonna like scan the room?
Yeah.
Okay, roll perception. What are you doing?
Gonna be a 4.
What does it look like again? The room?
It's like a 20-foot square room. It's got a bed, it's got a dresser, it's got a bookshelf, it's got a prayer mat. And I feel like I said something else. Yeah.
Very simple room.
Yeah, it's a very simple room.
There's no windows or anything.
No, it's underground.
Is it like in a hallway?
So you went down the stairs, and then both those stairwells met up in the middle, and then there's one door on the
And
wall.
just the tiny room.
Yes.
I'm going to. Would it be investigate if I'm looking for like a secret switch or something?
Sure. Yeah.
17 plus 5.
Plus 5. You don't find any secret switches, but you, as you're looking for said secret switch, you kind of like flip off the mattress on the bed and kind of like look underneath it, and there's a small child there.
Yeah.
Ah, what the?
What kind of
That
child?
escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Oh God!
It's a
oh,
gremlin.
ah. And it sees you, and it's like fearful
Just
for
like a
its
fucking
life.
demon's like,
This kid starts crying and like tries running past you, and well, there's not really much room in here, and there's a lot of you in here, so
Yeah.
there's a screaming child who's like trying to get past all of you.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Come here, kid.
Again, still trying to run past you.
Whatever. You think orc kids don't try to run around and scream
What are you
all
trying
the
to
time?
do?
I'm trying to pick him up.
Okay, roll an attack to grapple him.
Whoa, okay.
I don't want to hurt him.
You're not going to. It's a
Whoa.
grapple.
Unarmored or unarmed?
No, it would be just a regular attack roll.
Just like
Okay, so then 15.
15. Yeah, you snatch this kid and kind of like lift him off the
Oh,
ground.
come here, kid. What the heck? There's all this crying for. What kind of kid is it?
It is a
Human kid?
no. It is not a human kid. It is a. It looks human, but it's not human. That's all I can really tell you.
Like
Roll a history check.
history 13.
13.
how old is he? Them.
Looks to be around 8, 9.
Oh, I was imagining toddler. That's
no.
why I was like, I'm just picking him up.
Pick him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks human, but it's you can tell it's definitely not human. Like there's no pupils in the eyes, and they're like
Which is all black.
like the eyes are like completely yellow.
Completely yellow. Okay.
Is it like kind of like maybe demonic? Am I allowed to roll to see if I recognize that or something like?
Roll a history check.
$13.
13.
Yeah.
Not sure. Like
Okay.
you've never come across this before.
Is it like? I don't know.
No, you've never run across this before.
Is
Alright.
he still crying? I start crying a little bit too.
So we
Alright.
now have two crying creatures and humanoid creatures in a 20-foot square room.
And I was like, hey kid, it's okay. Like, don't worry. We're not here to hurt you. We're just here investigating some stuff, but we're not here to hurt you or cause you any harm. Can you tell us your name? Do you
Roll
have a
persuasion.
name? Okay. 17.
17?
Yeah.
It starts stifling its cries. Oh, okay.
What's your name?
I don't know.
That's okay. Everyone forgets stuff sometimes.
Oh, it'll be all right, kid. And I put him down. I'm like, are you hungry? Do you want some food?
And yes, please.
And I give him a ration.
All right.
A good one. A nice one.
You give the kid a ration
Do we?
and just absolutely
Just
starts
like a nice
devouring
one.
it.
Jeez, kid, how long have you been down here for?
Almost 10 days.
10 days?
Hmm.
What do you remember before you came here?
I was living with the priest upstairs, and then these people broke in, and he hid me down here.
Oh, you knew the priest, eh?
He was a nice man.
It sounds like. Who broke in here? Do you remember them?
I didn't see. He put me down here, and I hid.
Did you hear anything?
I heard lots of banging upstairs.
Did the priest live upstairs?
No, this is his room.
This is his room. Okay, all right.
And he raised you down here?
I just showed up recently.
What about before you showed up?
I was at the orphanage.
Oh, he's an orphan. I say he, but I don't.
It's,
I'm like,
it's a he.
okay, I'm like, I don't
Okay,
know.
I was just writing it.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
No need to assume.
Alright, fair enough. Did the priest say anything to you about, like, I guess he adopted you, right?
He was
Or
teaching me about the gods.
Oh, that's very good.
any gods in particular?
I don't remember how to
Gwyn,
pronounce.
something Gwyn.
Yeah. Martha
Martha Moore
Martha
Dewan.
Morduin. He was telling me about
Don't
the
worry, sound
wanderer
it out.
god.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. It's a good god for a little orphan.
Martha Moore.
No,
I think it's
Yeah, that one.
that one. Okay.
So how long were you living here before this happened? You said
A few days, maybe.
a few days.
Hmm.
Well, kid, you don't have to stay down here. There's nobody bad up top no more. So we can get you some food, clean you up a little bit. It's been 10 days. You should probably like see some sunshine or something. It's not healthy for a kid to be locked up in a room underground.
How did you get here? Like, were you chosen and brought here, or did you escape and come here on your own?
No, I was picked out at the
You
orphanage.
were picked out amongst other kids?
Yeah,
Did they tell you why they picked you?
just the light in my eyes.
Light in your eyes.
I understand, honey. They picked me because I sometimes see things.
Yeah? Like what?
Visions of the future, things that are to come.
Yeah, your visions show that you're gonna go rescue the priest?
Yeah, they do. I can see lots of things.
Roll deception.
That's a 5.
He's unsure of you.
Okay, well he should be.
Did the priest pick you?
Yeah.
Anyone else, or just the priest?
There's no one else here except the gravedigger, but
Do you
he
talk
just
to him?
tends to the grounds.
Do you talk to him a lot?
No,
Never?
he's not very kind.
No, he's not. I don't like him. Do you like him?
I haven't made up my mind, but he's mean.
Yeah, he is. I agree with you.
So wait a minute. So only you and the priest live here. That's it. There's no other priests. He's the only priest.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Did he tell you why he had to hide you when these people came? Did he tell you anything before he was taken?
well, I don't know that I'm supposed to be here.
What do you mean?
And whenever people came, I always had to hide in here. So I don't know if I was supposed to be here, if I was, just he was ashamed of me or what have you. I don't know.
I don't think he is ashamed of you.
But whenever people showed up, I had to hide. And then I think I was seen once, and that's next time. That's when he was taken.
So, okay. So I'm gonna I still have all my stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my crouch down, put my bag on the ground. I'm like, okay guys, before we head out of here, would you like to? I turn to him. I'm like, do you want to stay with us for a little while, if that's okay with you? I think, in my personal opinion, I think you should stay with us, just so we can sort things out.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. 19.
He's gonna acquiesce, and he's gonna go with you.
Cool beans. But you say if people saw you and then all this stuff happened, so maybe let's test out my disguise kit.
Let's play dress up.
Yeah!
There we go.
All right. Roll performance.
What?
Just a
Dress
straight
him,
up
Oh,
performance
that's
check.
so good too.
dress him up like a little orc.
Oh, that's not as good. 9.
9.
Yeah.
What are you trying to make him?
Well, I just what does his hair look like?
Oh, it's a little bit kind of like a bowl cut. It's mostly blonde.
Okay.
So he's blonde and he has yellow eyes.
So we got hair dye here. I don't know how that works in this.
Same way as real life.
So you gotta put it in and wait for a couple hours.
For a minute, I was like, in our old game, did we get hair dye and a bunch of holy water? But I think that was just a disguise kit that got ruined.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. So that'll take a while, but it can be done.
Do you have a hood or a hat or something instead?
Yeah, maybe we should just
I got
put 'em-
2 costumes, but it doesn't specify what those costumes are. So
They fit you, and basically one would be without breaking or going too much. One would be a religious garb for you,
okay.
and then the other one would be whatever you could have stolen from the death pit.
Okay, I don't have very many clothes that would fit this child. Can anybody else help me out here?
I put my bear cloak on him. Because that's just what I do with my bear cloak, apparently.
What are you guys doing during this time? Just
watching.
Yeah.
Watching it all go
I
down.
change his color up a little bit, maybe with some BB cream. I don't know,
okay. Well, with a 9,
I don't know.
Okay.
It just says cosmetics.
here's
That's all it says.
here's how it's gonna happen. Okay, with a 9, this is what you rolled. You rolled a 9, so his hair, you didn't give the dye enough time to set.
Okay.
So the hair is gray in some spots, black in others. There's still some blonde peeking through.
Okay.
You gave him really bad freckles, and for
Alright.
some reason, you accentuated his cheekbones.
That contour.
Sure, that's the disguise you've given
Okay,
this
so I give
this
him
child.
a killer contour, really bad freckles, and a really bad hair job.
Yes,
Okay,
with
cool.
a 9, that's
He's
pretty
got
well
a
what you want.
terrible hair dye job, but
And
his
I'll-
cheeks could cut glass.
Yeah, alright, so
Some
he could
Trixie Mattel ass.
Yeah.
he could murder someone with these cheekbones.
Yeah.
Okay, this is small props.
What kind of?
What are you doing to this
literally
child?
what I'm reading. I don't know.
Small
Like, give him a
props.
little broom or something.
Um,
I don't
He's
know,
not
like a little hat.
Not Halloween. We're not dressing
sure,
him
you
up
can
like
give
a
him
witch.
a hat.
Gotta make him look.
Yeah,
We gotta make
a
him
hat
look
is a prop.
different. Because
Probably.
if they saw him last time and they killed the priest,
Killed? What?
no. This is like
We're
this
being
is-
settle down.
Tabletop. Tabletop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hat
Okay.
might be a good idea
Well-
to hide his eyes a
well-
little bit.
Okay. It's gonna be like a big, loopy sun hat.
Bucket hat.
Yeah.
A big
bucket.
floopy sun hat in the
Okay.
middle of winter. Gotcha.
Okay.
While he's wearing
You know
a bear
what?
cloak.
You know what? Just because
We're
winter doesn't
already
mean
an
the sun don't
eccentric
shine.
group.
Anyways,
People will buy it.
exactly. So we're gonna give him a. Okay, it's a bucket hat. It's not a big floppy sun hat.
Okay.
It's a bucket hat, so it kind of comes down. It covers that awful hair dye job, and
Most of it.
most of it. And we're gonna I'm gonna be like, okay, just tug that down. Don't let anybody see your eyes, and we'll be good.
Okay. So you now have a child companion. What are you doing?
I don't
Um,
know. That's as far as I got.
We should
Okay, guys, take it
probably
away.
should probably take him somewhere if there's nobody here. I mean, no offense,
Yeah.
kid, but I don't think you're ready to be the priest of this place and also live by yourself. You're like, what, 8 years old?
Maybe.
I mean,
Why
you know,
can't
for a relatively human-like creature, that's pretty young. So,
Okay. Either way, he's following you. Where would you like to go?
Are we in the carriage?
Not yet. You're still in the basement.
Okay, so
It's a very, very close quarters with all of you in there with 20 square feet.
right.
now I'm gonna head upstairs, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
Yep.
That's what I do
I'll
now.
follow as well.
All right. It is. Sun is starting to go down. It's still pretty early in the day, but just as with winter, like outside now, it's like dark at 4.
Okay, you guys want to head to back to the town?
Can you speak up, please?
Back to the town? Or what do you guys want to do?
I feel like we should leave this kid with my friend Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that might
Yeah.
be a good
We
idea.
wouldn't have room to put him in the carriage anyways, right? At this point, so.
Yeah.
It's a small child.
He
Maybe
can-
he'll fit.
Oh,
Well,
you
maybe
read?
he can ride on your back.
Oh no, no one rides on my back.
This has been
Not
well
even-
established.
Not
right?
even a small orphan child
No,
He
who
can,
lost his only caregiver.
especially not that.
He just like looks so defeated.
Aw.
That's okay.
You can ride on the roof of the carriage with the snake lady. Does that sound nice?
And me.
Yeah.
do you add the wink when you?
No.
Ow.
He'll sit up front with you.
Okay.
Like,
There's like there's spots for 2 people to sit up. Like he can ride shotgun at the front.
I'm gonna sit behind him and pat his shoulder reassuringly.
You can't sit behind him if he's riding shotgun.
No, I'm on top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're still on top. Okay.
Yeah. Alaria's
All right.
seat is the
That's
top
my
of the
place.
cart.
So-
That's my seat.
Heading back to town.
Yes.
I suppose we
And you're Gonna
are...
drop him off at Rose's.
That's what I think we should do, because he can't come with us while we're doing illegal things.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, do we need to look inside again, or does anyone want to look inside the church again?
I mean, if you want to investigate further, go ahead.
You said it was all cleaned up from the mess last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, other than the bed in that room, did we check out anything else?
With the roll she did,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that a fountain there by the stairs?
It's just like standing water. It's like,
Holy water?
yeah. Well, not quite. It's just
Yeah.
symbolic.
Okay.
Alright, well it just smells horrible in here, and I need to get some air, so I just kind of stomp up.
All right.
Stomp
So
out of the church.
Yeah.
again.
okay.
Okay.
So you're heading back to town.
Yes.
Okay. Another 20 minutes goes by. Are you? What's the plan?
Well, I think we should drop this kid off with Rose because she would, she's my friend. She's the only person I really know, but Also, as far as I know, she doesn't do anything terribly illegal, and she might have someone who can help look after the kid.
Okay.
That's my logic.
I agree.
We should emphasize the importance of discretion with her.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is like she could like keep him in the back, hide him in the kitchen. You know, he doesn't have to be
Because-
up in the front.
If he's seen, it's a very public place.
You should hide in a room.
It might defeat the purpose of us rescuing him.
That's true. I mean, yeah, we could also hide him in a room.
But then that means we would have to check up on him.
Yeah.
Well, we can like maybe pop in throughout the day. Like we've been in and out.
Well, I mean, our only other plans tonight are to find a sewer grate and dive into it. So, like, we're gonna come
yeah.
home eventually.
Maybe we can go to the Cat's Paw Inn and look for the Magister.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Unless you want to leave him with Stenny, because he's a Stenny guy. He's good at keeping things discreet, that guy.
Apparently his name's Galdrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he might also sell the kid.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
I mean, I know it's crazy selling kids for drugs, but it happens apparently.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
well, we can look for Regent White Crow, and I don't know if we.
That's a better idea.
Let's try that first and see
Okay.
what he says.
Okay, good idea.
All right. So
That's
that's
why
the plan
you're in
then?
charge.
We're going for the Red Wreath.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Excellent.
Red Wreath, or earlier today they said he was at the Red Wreath or the Cat's Paw Inn.
No, he should be at the Red Wreath Lodge.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are heading to the Red Wreath Lodge.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys make your way into town. I'm assuming you're going to keep the cart for this point, or you want to stable it.
I think we're gonna keep it while we're still
Okay.
going around.
All right, so you make your way past the stables, through the finer area of town, and you come across a guard's barracks, and beside the guard's barrack is a grate, and then you continue southward until you see the Red Wreath Lodge, and you get into the Red Wreath Lodge, and inside there is Regent Whitecrow.
Oh hey.
Good evening.
Hello.
How's it going?
We got a little bit of a favor to ask you.
Oh?
See, we found this kid here, you see, in the church. I guess the priest hit him. And then the priest went on that vacation. Wink. So we're wondering maybe if, because it's safe here, maybe if you guys could just keep an eye on him for a little bit.
And he'll look the child over and just like, he's not human.
Yeah.
Neither are we.
It's just, you're new. And he looks over it later. You must be the centaur I heard about.
Centauricorn.
My apologies. I will try to get that right next time. I had heard through the grapevine, through one of my crew that has infiltrated the silent members and whatnot, they were summoning they said a centaur from the Feywilds.
Yes, that must have been me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize that you were dragged away from your home, and you too, little one. Why? And he's gonna sit there. And he's gonna just kind of mumble to himself, like, why did they? There must be someone must be collecting different species. I don't understand this. And so, he's gonna kneel down to the child and just kind of talk to him, and be like, hey, how are you? And they're gonna have banter back and forth. It's like, okay, so I will keep an eye on him. Is there anything else?
He said that that the priest picked him at the orphanage.
That's unusual.
And then he was hiding in the room. He was locked in a room because the priest told him to hide because some people came in. And then he was stuck in the room for 10 days.
That would fit the narrative of when the priest was taken, or the last time anyone saw him.
When he was on vacation, wink.
Apologies, yes. At this point, the child has...
Okay.
He's taken him to a room and set him up in the room
Okay.
there.
Okay. So we're just wondering maybe there might be a connection between this orphan.
I can almost assuredly say there is a connection between all these different humanoid species being kidnapped and brought through and loaded on boats and being taken away.
So would that be a good enough connection to get us on the docks?
I will talk to the regent. I'll talk to the magister and see what he thinks.
Very good. Also, is there only one orphanage around here?
There isn't an orphanage close. There's one in Harlheim. Harlholm. So, that child and the priest have... They traveled a long ways together.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Okay. So we've got an orphan smuggling ring, and a Feywild kidnapping ring, and also an us kidnapping ring.
What if they're all the same ring?
They are the same ring.
Oh.
Okay, so we might have an inn at the docks then. So,
Okay, so what would you like to do?
yeah.
Well, the thing is, that inn at the docks that we might have is just that, which will take probably a day at least for that to come in.
I imagine our spellcasters would like to take a sleep.
Have a snooze.
Yeah, if we're going to break into the shipyard, we all need to be at full strength.
Fair.
Okay. So, long rest, going back to the
Yes.
Half Moon Inn?
Yeah.
Going to sleep.
Alright. Is there anything anybody wants to do before this happens? Gotcha. So,
Suppose we're gonna stable our cart there too.
well, you can stable the cart and then make your way there. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Alright. Dracus, in the middle of the night, roll a perception check. At disadvantage because you're sleeping.
What?
Fair enough.
I guess so.
Perception 8.
8?
Yeah.
You don't hear it. But, so basically what happens is you get jumped by 2 people.
Great.
While he's sleeping.
Roll initiative.
All right.
Sleepy Dracus is sleeping.
17.
Okay. They get the jump on you, and they start trying to tie you up.
I am enraged.
It's not really an action, but sure.
What about Brian?
What do you do?
I let out a really loud bellow in rage.
Okay. Your action is to scream really loudly.
Yes.
Okay.
A loud bellow.
You bellow loudly. Gotcha.
No screaming here.
All right. That's fine. The one says to the other, I thought he was supposed to be drugged. I don't know. He's got a coin.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh.
Did you leave your coin on the nightstand?
I don't know why I would have done that.
I don't know why you would have done
It's
that
on
either.
him. It's on him, and it's a single coin.
Oh.
Wait, so is she
Wow.
getting kidnapped? She's got a bag full.
She has a bag full.
has
I
one.
need you guys to roll perception to see if anybody heard that. At disadvantage. There is a bellow
And a happy accident.
Perception?
13.
14.
I got a 7.
So-
it's pretty high.
Roll 2d20 and take the lower number.
Like, I mean,
Well, at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Two of those ones.
Because everyone's asleep at this point.
Roll another one.
That's the
That's
same.
the same.
So what's the number?
22.
Okay. So you hear this loud bellow. More
What?
so you're like you're trying not to hear it, but he's just annoyed
just
you so much
super
today,
annoyed about
and
it.
you're just kind of like, oh, there he goes again. Wait, that sounded bad.
I'm just like, what? Dracus doesn't normally bellow unless there's a good reason.
Okay, so you two are awake.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
Is this what he does every night?
Well, I mean, sometimes. So I'm gonna.
What's your AC?
With or without armor?
Do you wear armor to bed?
I probably not.
Okay, so what's your AC then?
Sleeping in a full suit. Like,
Hey, I
It'd be
used to do
10
that.
plus your dex mod.
Queen.
That's what you used to
That's
do.
what I used to do.
10 plus your dex mod.
It's 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. You are grappled and restrained, and they start tying you up.
Okay, well,
Well, we better go find out what that is.
yes, my first instinct would be to go help Dracus anyway, so we're
Okay,
gonna.
Did I get any sleep? Sorry.
No.
So I didn't sleep enough to recharge anything?
You would have. It's still like the same day. It's like. It's nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or does that count as like a short rest?
If you needed one.
I don't know. I mean, just
Yeah, you haven't used any abilities today, so I don't know why you
well,
would.
but we haven't taken a rest since the last session.
Yeah, we've got the ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys had just woken up. Oh, that's right, the ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if you need to roll a hit dice or two, go for it.
Well, what I was going to do was just acid spray.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, I want to like acid spray one of them in the face.
Because it's a straight line, right?
But are they close by, right?
They're
trying
both on
to-
top of you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna acid spray them.
What's the DC on that? Is what?
13.
Yeah, they both succeed. So they take half damage. Roll it.
11.
So half of that would be, we'll round up 6. Okay. Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna head over to Dracus's room, and I'm gonna assume that his door is unlocked because there's two people in there on
Yeah.
top of him.
So you get to Dracus's room,
Mm.
and you watch as like you open the door, like you can see it cracked a little bit, and you open it to watch Dracus just spray acid across the ceiling.
Oh, gross. And I'm like, he does do that a lot.
Just like, oh my.
So that acrid smell that you first met when he was like talking to you,
That's
you now kind of understand
so
where it's
right.
coming from,
Alright,
and like the whole room smells like that.
excellent.
I can see the people like trying to restrain Dracus, which instantly makes me upset. So I'm like, get off of him, you bastards! And I go and I just like fucking boot one of them.
All right, roll the attack.
My boot will be 18.
18.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that would be a 5 for the boot.
You're there and you're kind of like restrained. They both got you down, right?
Yeah.
And then Uvdu comes over and just boots one of them into the wall. It's like you watch his head. He gets hit in like the arm, and just the full force of him being pushed into the wall. He like smashes his head against the wall, and just like you watch as the blood's trickling down his head, and he falls to the ground.
Is he dead?
He is out.
Anyway, I didn't roll initiative, so can I do more
You
stuff?
might as well now.
Oh, okay.
You're up. It'd be your turn. What would you like to do? Dracus has still got one person on top of him. They are looking over and seeing two other people. And what would you like to do?
Well, I guess I'll make myself useless and do a charge towards one of them to get him off of them.
Okay. Roll the attack.
D20.
Not on you. 8.
You add 3 to that.
11.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Excellent.
And then 1d4.
This is
Yeah. Plus 1. So
You impale this one with your horn in his arm, and it like the horn goes through the arm and into his like between two ribs, and he just kind of like spits up a little bit of blood, and he's just kind of like, and he also falls off Dracus.
Badass.
Yeah, well, you know, I try.
Okay.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
All right, now untie me already.
You haven't been tied up. They were starting to when they
Oh,
both
okay.
got brutally murdered.
You're like, guys, I'm tied up. Help! But
Yeah,
it's like,
Dracus.
you're not really.
Jeez, come in here and help you. You're not even tied up. What the heck?
I mean,
These tiny people get the jump on you. I'm disappointed.
well, and you're right to be.
And now you got spit everywhere.
Shouldn't let these tiny little men get the best of me.
It's true.
Next time, I'm just gonna sleep in my armor from now on.
You should. And sleep sitting up so they can't get you.
Is that what you do?
Well, I mean, I've known people to do that.
But you don't.
Well, no, I'm very old.
I couldn't tell.
Well, thank you. You're very nice to say that.
Okay.
Anyway, did you take any damage? Are you okay?
I think I'm fine.
All right, excellent.
This
Which is more than I can say for these poor fellows.
one is absolutely dead, and the other one is bleeding out on the floor.
I am going to use Spare the Dying on that one so we can question him and interrogate him.
Okay. He is unconscious, and you have spared him from dying.
Okay. Does anybody got any rope? We're going to tie him up.
He will not be able to talk unconscious.
Yeah, but he'll wake up eventually.
Well, let's
Any
roll
guys
some death
have any-
saves. Well, he makes one save.
Cool. Well, if he is unconscious, do I get to tie him up? Did I tie him up?
You've tied him up. You've successfully tied him up.
Then I cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, good thing, because that was not a good roll. All right, so you cast Cure Wounds.
Yep.
Roll it.
1d8, which is this guy. That is a 4.
He gains how much health? 4 plus your modifier.
4 plus 5.
4 plus 5?
Yeah.
What's your wisdom modifier?
Oh, sorry. 3.
Okay. So he gets 7 health. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. And he's just like, you see him on like death's door, they're bleeding out, and you kind of like, he just, and he's bound.
Oh, good. You're awake.
I'm gonna like put my face right up into his face and smile like my biggest toothy smile and say, "Well, hello, friend."
And the smell of like the acid still on your breath, and it's just kind of. Oh God, what happened? Oh, Lenny. No, you killed Lenny.
Not Lenny. Kids, I have some horrible news.
Bring it back.
Well, that's what you get for jumping our friend here in the middle of the night. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't answer to you.
Hey, mister, you watch it.
Well, what? You'll kill me again?
If it weren't for me, you'd be bleeding out on the floor, so a little bit of respect is a little bit appreciated. Fight me.
He's bound and tied up, and just kind of like. And you're not wearing armor, right? You said you're too old to wear armor?
Yeah.
To bed? Okay. So what's your
My AC without armor?
10 plus dex?
10 then.
Yeah, he spits and hits you in the head.
With what? A bullet?
Spits.
So he just spits in my face.
Yeah.
So that's just very disrespectful.
Yeah.
How much health does this guy have?
He's looking pretty good after he was healed up.
Can I want to like work up a little bit of acid spit and just like spit on his arm.
It's not going to do much, but yeah, you've added insult to injury. It smells really bad.
Oh, wait, it won't like do much to him?
No.
Alright, I'll just like spit in his face then.
Yeah. Well, it's going to smell really bad because there's still that lingering effect of the acid in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so pleasant, is it?
He's like sitting there just gagging.
You know, you could have chosen a better line of work. And trust me, if we do decide to kill you, it'll be slow and deliberate now.
Coming into character. I like it. Okay, so you have this guy. He's bound. He's tied up. What would you like to do?
Well, I kind of want to punch him in the face.
Well, I mean, he's literally restrained. You could make an attack roll at advantage if you wanted.
I am going to take advantage of my menacing ability,
Okay.
which makes me proficient in, menacing. And I'm going to pick him up while he's tied to the chair,
Yeah.
and I'm going to pull him up to my face, and I'm going to be like, "You're going to tell us who you're working for right now."
And do you have? What does menacing do?
It just says I'm proficient in intimidation.
Okay, so roll intimidation, add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah. 18.
18? Yeah, okay. He's very afraid of you.
Good.
And he's just we get Zistra tells us where to find the coins. We go pick up the bodies.
Okay, so tell us something we don't know.
You're ugly?
No, I knew that already.
Let's not make this worse than it has to be, honey.
What do you want to know?
Well, we would like to know what's going on here because we got my friend here, my associate, my dear friend, who's very large and shoots acid from his mouth, who you attempted to kidnap because someone named Zistra told you to. So I would like to know why this is happening so that we can rectify that situation.
It's happening for money.
I would like to know where your friend is. And I'm going to grab his face and I'm going to be like, I just want to know where she is. Tell me where she is.
You can usually find her behind hammer mouths.
When?
Almost all the time.
What does she look like?
That changes daily.
What does she usually look like?
That changes daily.
If you're not going to be helpful, I'm going to have to get my friend to start intimidating you.
She always uses a code word when she comes and talks to us.
And what is her code word?
She says, "Hello, brothers."
It's not a very codey code word, but okay, I'll take it.
It's supposed to be inconspicuous, but not absolutely. What, you want us to speak another language and make ourselves really look out of the place?
Don't insult me by speaking another
You're
language.
insulting yourself.
Look. Ooh, I like this. I like getting right in your face. This makes me happy. Okay. I put the chair down. Dracus, would you like to have a word with him? I turn the chair to face Dracus.
Okay, so just thinking about how I would do this. I'm gonna kneel. He's on a chair now?
He's tied to a chair.
Okay, so I'm gonna kneel down to his level and just get into his face and say, it's the Magister for you, or death. Death, a quick death from one of us, or a slow death from
He's gonna, and then whack, and then headbutt you.
Oh.
And he rolls a 21 to hit.
Oh man.
Oh.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
My.
Throw him out the window.
Alright, I'm annoyed.
You what?
I'm annoyed.
Okay.
I'm gonna break his jaw.
Do it.
Roll the attack. With advantage, he's literally tied to a chair and cannot move.
And I'm holding the chair.
23.
Okay, yeah, You hit him solidly. Roll your damage.
Well, it's a 6.
Yeah, he's looking.
It's unhanded.
He's looking in pretty bad shape.
Or no, 7 now.
He's still looking in pretty bad shape.
I don't know if there's anything more we can learn from this guy.
But he did give us some good information. Well.
He kind of like starts chuckling as he's got like blood dripping down his like broken jawline, and he's just like, and he like spits a big loogie of blood on the floor, and he says, "They'll find you, and they'll get you too."
Well, not before they get you.
Sing.
So, what are you doing now?
What time is it? How long? Like, how late is it?
It's about midnight.
Okay. Well, I look at Dracus and I look at Blair and I'm like, well, I mean, the magistrate's office isn't open, so we could just kill him. Or someone's got to sit with him all night. I don't want to sit with him.
I don't want to sit with him.
Hey, Lone, you still have... Oh,
I'm not
she's
there.
not
She's
there.
asleep.
She's asleep.
Doesn't Lone have some of that drug?
She found a weird bag of powder.
On the dwarf, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, let's give this guy some of that.
Why?
You want to test the powder on the guy.
So you wanna? I want to get this straight. You wanna break into Lone's room, rifle through her stuff.
I mean, we could wake her up.
He's like, well, I'm not trying to do any bad by her. Or
Okay.
we know where this woman's gonna be, and we know her secret code. But we gotta get rid of this guy.
Yeah, so I just want to go ahead and do that.
Okay, so you're attacking him.
Yeah.
All
Just
right.
because I'm just annoyed.
Just
and
How are you-
I'm
how
just
are you-
I'm tired. Yeah.
How are you killing him?
With my horn.
Okay, so you kind of like, do you want to like make a statement here, or do you
No,
want
like
to?
literally, they're like talking back and forth, and I just like quietly just walk over and just.
Okay,
Don't
so
say
as
anything.
as you guys are debating what to do with him, Lair walks up and just you can very hear and steady walking, and you kind of like both look over just in time to watch as she very slowly just kind of like extends her horn very slowly into his chest and through his heart.
Very deliberately.
Yes. Well, that solves
You now
that
have
problem.
a bloody horn.
Pretty sure it was bloody before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was already bloody.
Yeah.
It's now like dripping, kind of like onto my white hair.
That's dark even for me.
Yes.
It's an aesthetic.
Yes. Aesthetic. Right.
All right.
Well, that solves that argument.
Excellent.
But we got the information we needed.
Yes, there was
So-
no point in keeping him alive.
You guys are going to bed then?
We are going to bed.
Alright, well, I gotta sleep in another room.
Just go to sleep in this room.
All
I'm
right.
not here. Wait, never mind.
Okay, so
Okay,
I don't
Dracus.
sleep on beds, so you can sleep in my bed and I'll sleep on the ground.
Alright.
All right.
It'll
sounds
be fun.
good.
You can have a sleepover.
So much fun.
A long rest happens, and you're all awakened in the morning by shrill cries of the innkeeper walking into a dragon, well, what she thought was a dragonborn's room with two very dead human beings.
Like acid all over the wall.
Acid all over the
Acid.
ceiling, blood splatter on the wall and the floor, and like a pool of blood around this bloodied mess of a human.
I like come out of my room and I'm like, why is there so much screaming in this?
You all wake up very, very suddenly to this
Wow.
scream.
What's that?
You probably wouldn't be bothered by that kind
yeah,
of screaming.
actually, like,
no.
honestly.
Just like, why is there so much screaming that happens in this inn? I thought this was a reputable establishment.
Are we gonna keep going, or are we gonna call it for the night?
It is
10:30.
10:30. We should probably call it a night then. You guys all get your long rest. To anybody who's still watching, thank you. And this will be up on YouTube on Tuesday. So have a great weekend, guys. Stay warm.
Bye.
Bye.